And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm the Red Baron of a Rat, and I'm joined by
Mark.
Sheen Washable.
Come on, the one damn week.
Listen, traditions never die.
They always do.
Washable. The Mascot's Massey.
When we go off the rails, Matt's just like, nope, back on.
And there's one other guy on this show, I believe.
I said Sophie Washable.
Oh, see, I've never heard that nickname before.
That's why I jumped into it.
Yeah, you threw a curveball at his souls.
And the Red Baron. Right.
I knew Mark wasn't going to do his nickname, so I was going to do his nickname for me.
I gotcha.
Way to go, Rat! You ruined his joke.
All right, let's all take a breather for a second. All right. The Riddler is not on tonight, not feeling so well, but so we wish him a speedy recovery. Hope he feels better. Maybe he'll listen into the show and message us.
Yeah, he'll be back in a flash.
Back in a flash. All right. Does anyone have a toast of excellence?
I always forget about these until
it's funny. Like I look at them throughout the week. I may have one. Let me recap my week of photos. I do.
Go ahead.
Oh no.
It's good that the one thing we do every week, first off, we forget about it.
You know what it is? Like, there's no sports.
Yeah, but there's random stuff going on.
The last show came out last night.
Oh, God damn it, Maxie.
So, toast to that.
All right.
I get my beer out of my fridge that's right next to me.
Yeah.
Mark, you got one?
I don't.
Okay, I got one. So because
I thought that I had a photo of one.
For another week in a row, I have to obligatory toast to New Jerseys and all that. But this was kind of like
Are yours to the Patriots?
This is a toast of meh to the Patriots because I had seen that they were gonna come out with a New Jersey. And I was actually very hopeful that they were going to do the ones from the 90s, that kind of that deep blue with the silver. I was like, oh, that'd be cool because I like that uniform. And no, they didn't. They did something stupid. They just altered their color rush jerseys, and they look dumb. So, meh to you, New England. I could have given you a positive thing to be said about, and you blew it.
And the 18 for the one.
So that's what I have to say about that.
All right.
I agree with you there. I don't much care for the new Falcons jerseys.
2,600 points, where Cincinnati's is
it's funny, like between them and the Buccaneers, they made just like this slightest alteration to their jersey, so it's like, oh, I guess that's different, but it's like not like.
I hate the gradient.
Toast of excellence.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's like I don't know, but. Because I'm crowned as the Jersey King, I always gotta shout him out.
No one really crowned you. You just kind of did it yourself.
No, you guys shamed me into being this Jersey person, which I am. I'm not denying it, but I didn't take the title. You gave it to me.
I don't know if I would have called you the king.
My toast of excellence is to Kendall Reed.
Oh, why? Thank you. Why is that?
Because he is the MLB The Show champion.
Oh. Really? Kendall is the champion?
He is.
Who came in last?
I will go over it in a minute.
Real quick, do you guys want to talk about what we're drinking?
Yeah. What do you got, Kendall?
Yeah, I go first. All right. I'm drinking natural
I
Villain.
have.
You ruined it.
What do you got, Kyle?
I'm drinking Natural Villain from Goose Island.
Ooh.
Located in Chicago, Illinois.
I like it.
Yeah, that's all I got. Mark, go ahead.
I'm keeping up with my quantity over quality thing over the last few weeks, and I lined up a couple of Budweisers over here.
What kind of Budweisers?
Just the normal red one.
The diet ones?
Yes, diet Budweisers. Got a couple of few diet ones.
I can't find those anywhere.
They're actually zero sugar.
Oh man, you got Bud Zero? Damn you! I got a couple Coors Zero in the fridge, but it's not as good.
Are those Masters cores?
They are. I've been aging them.
That wouldn't shock me, you fucking cheap fuck.
Wow. Not nice.
I haven't said it in a while.
I know. All right.
Yeah, about a week.
Mass, are you still medicating?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be funny and say I'll take a shot of what I'm drinking if I'll guess it.
I hope it's like milk of magnesia.
Is it Pepto-Bismol?
Mass is on that water diet.
Tums.
Tums are great. So
they are.
Thank God that you guys remember how to do the intro, because I have no idea.
What, to just introduce ourselves?
Yeah, like I'm more of just like the guy that helps us introduce ourselves. I don't think I've ever actually done it.
Hey, that's all right.
Welcome back to another episode of Getting Sports with Drunk.
I am Kyle.
Yeah, there you go.
I am Kyle.
You know how hard that was, Kyle?
So, this beer is definitely different. I'll save it for the reviews.
All right. I'm drinking, these are a few of my favorite things from Shabine in Wolcott, Connecticut.
Fucking beer tastes like Bud Light.
This beer was...
So much for saving it.
This beer was also featured on today's One Stroke, One Par, One Drink.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh,
if you guys
look at that little plug. I like that.
Follow us on Instagram. Check it out.
Yes, on Getting Sports with Drunk. It was actually a really good episode. I urge you to go check it out ASAP.
Oh, yeah, Ken?
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, where can they find us on Instagram?
At Getting Sports with Drunk.
Perfect.
We are also on Facebook and Twitter. GSWD. Kyle?
_4.
also on Spreaker. All right, that's it for the show.
That's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Well, I think we got most of the business out of the way. Kyle, you want to catch us up from last week?
Okay. So we did that card thing where we bid it on our players, right? So it took me 3 hours to put together, by the way.
You can crack your beers, by the way.
I already did.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome, son.
Hey, I'm Dad. I was the first Dad.
You can't prove
so.
All right, please continue.
I know. So, God damn it, Colin. So what we did, we put our teams into the show, and we simulated this.
Simulated, was it just one season?
Just one season. And what I did was also wrote down stats to the main guys. Which, oh my God, how long that took me. All right? I simmed a little bit too far to where, like, the postseason stats were there and not regular season stats. Got to go back to the player card, which was fucking abysmal.
And do it individually.
Yeah, which was terrible. So I'll start off with Kendall. So he was the World Series winner. He finished with 116 wins and 46 losses.
Oh my!
He won the NL West. He had Jacob deGrom, who went 20-7 with a 2.01. NL Cy Young, my ad. He had Clayton Kershaw with a 22-5 record with a 2.56. Zach Greinke 18-4 with a 2.26. You can see how he won.
Yeah,
Corey,
save my money for it.
Good pitching.
Corey Kluber 16-3 with a 3.02. And then Sonny Gray 9-10 with a 4.51.
Yeah.
I was telling Kyle, of course, there would be one guy to really not show up for me. It would be him.
Yeah, it was gonna be Sonny Gray.
Yeah.
So Byron Buxton 14 homers, 46 RBI, 250. I put him as your leadoff hitter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just because your lineup is kind of like whatever. Your two-hitter was Altuve, 22, 70, 314. Then you had, hold on, Chris Bryant, 34 home runs, 114 RBIs with a 333 average. Not too shabby. Then George Springer, 37, 107, 324. Hosmer did his usual sucking. Davis hit a lot of home runs, low average. Brian Anderson was trash. Plus, Posey's old. All right?
So it was just a lot of low-scoring games.
Yep.
All right, who's next?
We will go to Massey.
Did he finish in second?
Can you let me fucking talk?
Go ahead, Kyle. I'm sorry.
So Massey had a 103 and 59 record. Hold on 1 second. Talk amongst yourself for a second.
So real quick, for people who are listening, what we did last week was we had a bid-style MLB draft, and it took a real long time, but we went through basically the entire roster of, we took players from cards that baseball cards that Paul purchased, and we bid on them to make our teams. Once we completed our draft, Souls put them in MLB The Show and simulated the season. So obviously our teams were fairly stacked because they were, set up from whatever cards were available to create our teams. So all the teams, the 5 teams that participated in that we cared about simulating were made up of superstars. So
all right, sorry about that. Somebody was talking to me.
Hey, it's all right. You're discussing who now?
Massey, the wild card winner, with a 103 and 59 record. Scherzer 14 and 9, 3.2. Verlander 14 and 11, 2.69. Blake Snell 16 and 7 with a 4. Price 20 and 4 with a 3.41. Andrew Heaney with a 16 and 11, 3.32. So Snell sucked for you.
Yes.
Kind of.
So Kendall, how many wins did you have?
116.
That didn't come in less. That was my only goal.
Hold on, Massey. All right, so I'm not going to go over all the stats, but Aaron Judge was very disappointing. He was 25 home runs, 80 RBIs, 269 average. Kind of sucked for him. You're surprised with Joey Votto with 29, 77, 301.
Okay.
All right. So you finished in second. The other guys did, what they usually do.
The biggest
Actually, Cano bet a 300 for you.
The biggest takeaway from the Masses team, I think it was just old.
Yeah, and Pujols betted 100. I'll go to Mock's team.
A respectable 100.
Mock with the Toronto Blue Jays. He finished with a 99 and 63 record.
Perfect. Which come last.
Hold on, Massey. With
one oh my God. You got a worse record than I did.
You're right, but hold on. So, Mock, it was very hard to figure out how to put Ohtani as a DH and a pitcher. So
what did you put as?
A DH and a pitcher. You know how long it took me to figure that out? The rotation was fine. Clevenger sucked for you. He had a 5 ERA.
Oh, that's good.
Now, here's the funny thing about your team. Your closer, Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah.
Blew 15 saves.
Oh my God.
And had an ERA of 7.
Jesus Christ.
So he did not do good for you.
Not a good year for Chapman.
Hey, Kyle, how did my closer do?
How? I didn't look at all of them because I looked at his by accident. I wasn't going to do closers. And that really popped my attention.
Yeah, because that's like benching.
I like a lot that they still won 99 games.
Yeah, you would have had like a really good record if they didn't pull that many games. But
it's incredible that they still had 99 wins.
One of your players had the most home runs throughout the whole season, which was Joey Gallo with 47.
cool.
Freddie Freeman hit 35 and 100. Gleyber Torres went 35, 112. He had a lot of home runs.
Live and die by it, baby.
Correa was not good. 17, 59, 228.
Good.
We'll go to Paul's team, who also finished 99 and 63. Won the NL East. His team, had some guys that were good, some guys that were bad. Arenado went 24, 80, and 280, so very down year from him. This one's a stat that really popped my attention. Jonathan BR, 51 stolen bases out of 72 attempts.
Wow.
That got my attention.
What team was Paul again?
The Nationals.
The Nationals, right.
His ace, Jack Flaherty, went 11 and 7 with a 2.47.
Hey, is that guy related to John Flaherty?
I don't think so.
I think only by blood.
His team was kind of whatever. My team went 112 and 50. I had the AL Cy Young with Shane Bieber. 22 and 7 with a 2.67.
Kyle, do you remember what you bid on him for him?
Like 25.
So probably the steal of the draft.
Oh no, I went hard after DeGrom. I just wasn't paying 80 for him.
But what I'm saying is, you got the Cy Young for $25.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So my closer, which I think was a steal, had 46 saves, 50 attempts, 0.75 ERA. So you get up 4 runs on the year.
Pretty darn good.
So the important thing that I've taken away from this is that 2 people tied for loss.
Yeah, hold on, Master.
We're trying the hardest to screw the mass as we possibly can.
Now here is my reason of why you came in last, Master.
I didn't, and
Hold
I will
on.
be taking
Hold on.
no punishment. Nope.
No,
Kyle,
hold
let
on.
me finish real quick. I will
Okay.
be taking no punishment that you hand out, so go ahead, but I ain't taking shit.
Well, if the majority rules, then yes.
No, I will throw the fucking shot in your face.
All right, let's
Can we
continue.
find out why Massey came? Is he the only team that didn't make the playoffs?
No, we all made the playoffs.
So why did Massey come in last? He didn't.
So he didn't win the division, and he was the first one eliminated from the playoffs.
It doesn't matter. I had a better record.
But everybody else advanced to the second round.
I don't care.
But here's the thing, right? If you look at like fantasy football, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, in the playoffs, like the 1 seed plays the 4 seed, and the 2 seed plays the 3 seed. If the 4 seed wins, they came in first. So I could see how just because you had a better record, you could finish below somebody else.
Fuck yourself.
Just saying, the math is there.
So that was the thing. I lost in the World Series again.
I won in 6, I believe.
Yeah, it was 6.
I would also like to contest that no way Kyle didn't play any of his team's games.
Dude, I'm already at 95 games deep in my own season, all right?
It would be funny, though, that after like 3 hours of setting up, he still found the time to play like 10 or 11 games. Just really devoted the day to it.
Anyways.
You guys try and tell me it doesn't sound plausible.
I don't want to play with that team. I hate having too many good players.
But anyway, I thought that was a lot of fun. A good way from segueing like something we do on the show one week and being able to, transfer it over to another. And I think
that was a lot of fun.
And I think we'll definitely do it again with other sports. And it might be even easier with like basketball, or if we do a refined football one, if we can figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
If you buy like an offensive line rather than you buy O-line, D-line, something like that. We'd have to figure it out. But, yeah. Good work. Maybe.
Now, we have one more other thing we need to do. And that is your NBA box scores. Mark, did you find yours?
Yeah, you guys were all there except for Massey.
Yeah, but did you find the box score?
You know, I may have it. I found the ticket stub the other day.
We had ticket stub.
Well, I think it was a piece of paper.
Oh, okay. Is that the same game where we got like invited into like the dinner spot? We didn't know.
Yeah.
Which was awesome, by the way.
Was that last year? Was that 2018?
No, it
So-
was like 2 years ago.
So, Mass, what happened was Kyle had bought tickets from like one of those ticket exchange, so it could come from anywhere. And when we got the tickets, we had access to like this. We'll call it a suite area. So there was like a private bar and like a special menu. So we show up like in sweatpants and like shirtsies, and these guys are wearing like blazers and like ties. So we look like a bunch of jamokes.
Pretty much.
We didn't know we got those either.
Yeah, somebody offered me a glass of cognac, and I turned them down and asked for a natty daddy.
But excuse me, sir. I know my worth.
I'm looking for 25 ounces of freedom, please.
Matt, you ever been to a basketball game?
Nope, that's why it was super easy for me.
All right, fine. I want you to live a box score of June 21st. No, not June.
Just make up a game you went to.
January
June
21st.
21st.
January 21st. 2004. Okay.
Oh, good year.
Whoever the Hawks were playing that night, I want the box score.
January what?
24th,
2004.
2004. Whoever the Hawks were playing that night.
Well, in the interim,
That was Atlanta Hawks played the Detroit Pistons and lost. No,
Nice.
they won. Sorry.
Get the box score.
91-82. Let's see. Ratliff had
Gross.
36 minutes, 8 points, 13 rebounds. Jackson had 35 minutes, 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Abdur Rahim had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Terry had 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists. And then the Pistons, Hamilton had 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Wallace had 14 points, blah, blah, blah. We don't really care because nobody was at this game.
Because I'm listening. Oh my God. Get away from me, Dad.
oh, Bob's on the show? I've waited for this.
Do you want to come on the show, Dad?
Ask the Red Baron if he sunk a putt yet.
I
Have
did.
you sung?
I did
You
today.
did.
I've sung 3.
He sung 3.
If
Whoa,
you go,
spoiler!
if you go check out today's show, it's a really nice. It's a 5-footer. I don't want to say too much, but go check out today's show.
My dad put up the Chubb sign.
The what?
You say the Trump sign?
How do you
Chubb.
even do that?
Chubb.
Oh, that's fine. I was like, man, I want to throw up the Trump sign. How do you do it? I can make a T, but I can give it a timeout.
That was my father. Who shits on me daily.
Hey, but you know that's cool because that's actually a show first. Bob has never made a cameo and made audio on the show ever. So that'll be in the vault.
Just get that as a soundbite.
Yeah, that's gonna be our new intro. All right. Anyway, I guess I'll jump in.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, my first game is actually Kyle's first game too, I believe.
Yeah.
And we went with J-Mart, who's on the show, not recently, but is on the show. We went for like his birthday, I believe. And we went March 24th of 2011. And we got
On
to
a
see,
school night.
yeah, we got to see the Bucks play the Knicks in MSG. And that was a game where Brandon Jennings of the Bucks had a pretty good day and was the reason, pretty much the sole reason that the Knicks lost. Ended up being 102-96 Bucks. But in 42 minutes, Jennings put up 37 points with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Other notable players from that night was John Solomons with 11 points on 8 rebounds, 5 assists. And Kyle, you're going to enjoy this. Corey Maggette played almost 3 minutes and did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That's my kind of basketball.
On the Knicks side, Carmelo Anthony had 25 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Amari Stoudemire had 28 points on 9 rebounds and 2 assists. And let's see what else we got here. Ronnie Turioff with 2 points. Thought you might enjoy that. And Chauncey Billups, 7 points for playing the majority of the night. That was after that. I think it was the first year of that major trade between the Nuggets and the Knicks. Right? Is that right, Kyle? Was that the first year or second?
I don't know.
I think it was the first year. I'm pretty sure. So it was a kind of a big deal for Carmelo to come to New York, and Stoudemire had already been there a year, I think. And Chauncey. So it was a lot of fun. We sat kind of like the nosebleeds. Kyle, you take over.
Yeah, we sat in the nosebleeds, but we went Lenny Martin too.
Yeah.
It was the day that we lost Jack Summers. Shout out Jack Summers.
Yep. Big shout out to him.
That game, I also wore 2 shirts that day. It was a Knicks shirt, which I still have in my closet. I never get back to Jeff. And a Braden Jennings shirt, which was underneath.
And I'm pretty sure Souls was the first person to ever do that. I'm like convinced.
To wear 2 shirts?
No, but the opposing team.
I was rooting for the Bucks that game.
So no matter what the outcome was, he was going to have the right shirt on.
It was just amazing because I had a Brandon Jennings Bucks shirt. But I saw a couple guys with some Larry Sanders shirts.
Which was the only time that's ever happened.
I don't remember a lot from that game. I remember Brandon Jennings going off. Other than that game was nothing to me.
Well,
okay. Sound really appreciative.
Well, it was interesting.
I would.
Because at the time, the Bucks were bad. They were 29-42, and the Knicks were kind of just in the middle of the road. They were 35-37. So it was like one team that was like in the hunt, and another team that was just kind of skidding.
Was in the hunt.
Well, at 29
They're
wins?
both in the hunt.
Well,
I thought you said 39.
No, 29. So they were playing for like the 12th seed.
It makes sense.
And no surprise, the Knicks went on to go pretty much do nothing. But it was cool.
They're a dumpster fire franchise.
And I think that's the only time I've ever been to MSG. I think.
It's the only time I've been there too, but they suck.
So it was cool. Mass, did you pick up any stats you want to talk about from the game you went to?
Did you not listen to any of the stats that I read off?
Well, I just didn't know if you had any more to say about it. So that's fine if you don't.
Well, Mox got his, dude.
So I believe I have the correct day.
So you put up a ticket stub.
Yeah, but it's not right in front of me, and I forgot to look this up before. So, Kyle, does this sound right that we went on March 2nd, 2018?
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to look up the ticket history of my phone.
I mean, that's about right.
I know it was the Charlotte Hornets versus the 76ers.
Yep.
The Sixers did win.
I remember
that.
Back.
I believe this was March 2nd, 2018. That sounds right. But I remember we got to watch Kemba Walker, which I thought was pretty cool. Being, we're Connecticut guys. He had 31 points, and the rest of the team pretty much not much.
Yeah, it sounds about right. It sounds about the same game.
What was funny about this is this was the game before, like, Dwight Howard went. I remember he, went off, the next day.
30 for 30.
Yeah.
And it was the game right after Kemba dropped 60.
Yeah.
So if we got those guys together on the same night, we would have lost.
But I remember on the Sixers side, Embiid had 23 points, Simmons had 15, JJ Redick had 18. The highlight of this game, there was a couple of funny things that happened. Kendall mentioned, we got into like this elite club that we had no business being in. Saw my rival Michael Bennett in the stands.
That's where it all started.
That's where it started. That guy, which this is what irritated me about 76ers fans. I don't care what Kyle says. They announced Michael Bennett. Guy gets like the biggest standing ovation you ever see. Guy's not even watching the game. Allen Iverson's sitting there. People barely clapped.
No, it's because he's there every night.
No, I don't care what you say, Kyle. It's not right. We also got to watch Kyle get out-muscled by a bunch of like 7-year-olds.
What?
So where we were sitting, Mass. We were right near the Sixers tunnel, right? So during the warm-up, the players are walking in and out. And Kyle, I'm like, dude, all these guys that you wish you could sleep with are right there. And he wouldn't push past the 7-year-olds.
I don't know what it is when I go to games. Like, I get so focused in like the actual game.
Kyle, the game was not being played yet.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm so focused on just watching. I'm just like starstruck.
But that was also the introduction of Jordana.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
That
What?
Don't worry about it, Matt.
Yeah. But that was a good trip. I remember that was a down and back in the same day type deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was like during the week.
Now, was that? No, it wasn't a week trip.
No,
You know what? It might have been like a fucking Monday.
I think it was a Tuesday.
Hold on, it may say. But was that also the Church's Chicken?
Yes, it
yeah,
was.
I think it was the same trip. I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe not.
I think it was.
It
It might have been the Phillies trip.
could have been a Phillies trip, but I don't know. I feel like it was.
You guys
more...
notice that we always go to my sporting events because I pay for the tickets?
Yeah.
I've never complained.
And I'm pretty tired of always going to your things. So
Well,
if you could
fucking
buy
pay for
tickets to other
something.
things, no, listen. If you could buy tickets to other games, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was Church's Chicken that trip because I think it was warm out that time.
Yeah, we saw that transgender one.
Yes. Yes.
And Kendall audibly went, "Oh."
Yeah, I was like shocked for some reason. I don't know why.
Probably because she was a linebacker for the Patriots.
I mean, just because we were in the heart of Philly at that point. I mean, we the churches we went to, I've never seen this before. Separating the cashiers from the kitchen was a blue tarp. That can't be allowed anywhere. But they were serving food, and the food was delicious. 10 out of 10 would go again. No. Everyone else said it was good. You're wrong.
Actually, I didn't think it was good.
It was awful.
Oh my god.
I was more excited for the cheese stick I was eating later.
Oh my god. I can't continue this conversation.
All right, then.
Well,
move
here's
on.
the thing. Here's the thing.
It was terrible.
It was
Here's the
good.
thing. It was like popcorn chicken, like just dipped in sauce.
I don't even know what you're saying at this point.
Mock, does that sound right?
I heard you say it was like popcorn chicken dipped in sauce.
Yeah.
I don't believe that's what I had, but I know it wasn't good.
Church's Chicken, thank you for the sponsorship.
Whatever.
Evidently, people really liked it.
You
Yeah,
know,
even
Matt, I
Mass
don't know why
knows.
I thought this. I thought you were about to just yell yabba dabba do, and I'm about to lose my shit.
All right. Well,
Yabba dabba do!
Just to make sure it got in there, Kyle took care of it for you.
But if you want to throw a Wilma in, that's okay.
Wilma!
No.
I don't do a good Fred. Can anybody do a good Fred?
Yeah, I could kind of
I
do a.
can do it, but I'm not gonna.
I can do like
Come
I
on.
can do a Barney Rubble ish.
Yeah,
Can do the.
that's actually pretty good.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, you got any food in that picnic basket?
That's fucking Yogi.
Yogi Bear.
Yogi the Bear. But to Mass's credit, they do sound kind of alike.
It's the same voice actor.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
No,
I think it could
Barney's
be.
played by Alec Baldwin.
All right. All right. Do we want to take a break yet, or do you want to kind of just dive right into it and then take a break?
Well, actually, I have something I would like to talk about.
All right.
I was kind of hoping Paul would be here for this, but it's okay.
Here in spirit.
So I came across a interesting thing the other day, and it was talking about Harrison Smith. And the question that was posed was: is Harrison Smith underrated? So what do you guys think, real quick? Just kind of off the top of your head, would you say that Harrison Smith is an underrated safety?
Underrated by who? Because that will change my answer.
So you mean just in general, you like someone?
Just in general, like your opinion.
All right. So Harrison Smith, we before mentioned, a safety, Minnesota Vikings. I don't know how many years he's played now, but he's been the starter.
He's played 114 games.
So I mean, I guess I would say he's slightly underrated, but I think that he is as good as what he gets credit for.
I think he's underrated by fans. I think he gets paid and gets attention paid enough to him for what he is.
Kyle?
I think he's underrated.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
I just think that he does more than just lay big hits. I think he's a good cover safety. He makes a lot of turnovers. He's a playmaker. That's what you need.
So, if you were to compare him to some safeties, where would you put him?
Like all time, or like
All time. Sure.
He's not top 10.
No.
I mean, I think there's a lot. I mean,
You know who's the perfect comparison?
Who?
Bob Sanders.
Souls, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Big hitter, very good coverage guy when healthy.
Yeah, Foji Bob Sanders was kind of a guy who was always kind of hurt, but when he was on the field, he was very impactful.
Like that defense for the Colts was way different when he wasn't on the field. And I feel like if you take Harrison Smith out of that defense, they wouldn't be the same. I think losing all the other pieces were okay. I think he's the glue that keeps them together.
Where do you put him with Troy Polamalu?
Not even close.
Yeah, he's not even in the same conversation.
So, here's where this post came from. Through 114 games, Harrison Smith has 659 tackles to Polamalu's 571.
Mm-hmm.
23 picks to Polamalu's 27. 13 sacks to Polamalu's 9. They both have 37 tackles for a loss. Harrison Smith has 26 quarterback hits to Polamalu's 8. Harrison Smith has 7 forced fumbles to Polamalu's 8. And they both have 4 touchdowns.
But see, here's the thing. People are not scared to throw at Smith. They were scared to throw it towards Polamalu.
Well, also Polamalu was a different player. Like he was the guy that was just gonna like people. He didn't get targeted as much because of what he can do, but he was also the type of guy that, like, he might have not broken up passes, but he had good enough coverage where the passes weren't even close nearby, and they were just throwing it away.
But I mean, these guys are also safeties. I mean, it's not like they're getting thrown at like a corner is. I mean,
no, I know.
No, but it is worth to look at. And I don't know if someone wants to, like a comparison of like thrown at versus passes deflected and all that. I think
it was also a different era then.
Right, and a big takeaway too is I think no one's going to argue against this. Polamalu is far more athletic of a player,
and I'm not making the argument that Harrison Smith is better than Polamalu. It's just I thought the numbers were interesting. 100 more tackles in the same amount of games.
Right, so you got to remember they didn't throw down the field a lot when Polamalu was there. It was a run-heavy league.
Kyle, he just played a few years ago. I mean,
like in his prime, like from 2003 to 2009, it was more of a run-first league.
And I tend to agree with Kyle in this right here because in 10 years' time, the league is different. But I think that what's the stats mock you just provided, I think you can draw a lot of comparisons that, like, well, maybe who is, perhaps better because, there's a lot of categories that, Harrison Smith is exceeding in. But to Kyle's point, it's just different. It's a different league. I mean, people weren't throwing for 350 yards every Sunday. 270 to 300 was a normal day.
It's also the point of that they were two different defenses. The Vikings defense is pretty much get to the quarterback, and we'll fucking figure it out from there. The Steelers was don't let them get 5 yards, get to the quarterback, and the safeties are there to help you. The Viking safeties are pretty much cover safeties. They're not. I don't know if I even said that right.
And again, I'm not trying to make the argument that Harrison Smith is better than Polamalu, but it's one of those because we've kind of had it said on the show where he's just a hard-hitting safety, and I never bought into that.
Neither have I.
And I think that the numbers are there to prove that he's
the year I won fantasy football,
is
he was on my
an
team.
elite. But I think the numbers prove that he is an elite safety.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a good safety. I got no problem with that.
I think he's a top 5 safety now.
I would agree with that.
I'd be curious to know at what point, like, are we seeing the tail end of his career now, or if he still has a lot in the tank?
How old is he?
That I'm not sure.
He's played a little while now.
Not that long.
No, not that long, but he's a veteran.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna fall off right now because one,
He's
Harrison
31.
Smith is 31. Yep.
safeties usually.
Drafted
I don't know.
in 2012.
The way that he played, maybe he will, but
Played at Notre Dame. Didn't know that.
yes, Massey. But I could be talking out of my ass about the other thing, but we can figure it out later.
Well, yeah, I just thought it was an interesting comparison.
Yeah, I like that.
Good thought experiment.
Fuck the Vikings.
Also, yes, fuck the Vikings.
I want the Vikings to be good.
Fuck the Vikings, but I want them to be good.
They're always just so mediocre.
Yeah.
Kyle, you don't want them to be good because then you want the Lions to be good.
Yeah, I do. Stafford deserves a friend. He deserves an offensive line that's going to keep him upright.
This is the year to get it.
Dude, they're not going offensive line in the first round. We'll get to that very shortly.
Ooh, a little foreshadowing there, Souls.
That's right. I didn't know the word. I was not good at English. Or math. Or science. I was okay at history.
I was about to say, is there anything you were good at?
Copying off people's tests.
Recess.
I wasn't good at that. I got suspended for a day from recess.
What did you do?
Lied to my teacher that I didn't have a coat.
That's an odd thing to do.
I
Yeah.
don't think you get suspended for.
I didn't get suspended. I'd have walked the fucking plank the whole time.
Souls went to school on a pirate ship, as you can imagine.
Well, no. Like, we had a Parker
We call him
Farms,
Scurvy Soul.
there was this
Scurvy soul.
square that if like you got in trouble, you had to just walk that for the entire recess. It was stupid.
Punishment by exercise. That sounds about right.
It was more. First of all, I was a kickball champion in elementary school. I was not the good kickball player, but I could play some defense. What the fuck are we talking?
I wasn't good, but
I drafted good teams, man. I had this kid named Cesar and Fernando on my squad. Fucking dope.
and with that, we're going into our first break.
All right, you guys want to take a break? We'll come back like in 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes? All right, Max, I'm going to have you mute their mics and...
Yeah, except it's not my call. It's
Ooh,
Mom's.
Mako, then it'll be your... Or you guys could just be quiet, but I don't trust you.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's probably a good choice.
Massey, what if I make you the presenter?
You just make me the presenter. It doesn't mean it's my call.
Oh, can I promote you? Oh wait,
No, it's
I'll
your
mute.
personal room.
I can mute you.
All right, let's mute the mics and we'll be back in about 2 minutes.
And now, back to Getting Sports with Drunk on the PPRN Radio Network.
Yes, we are back. Getting Sports with Drunk, Hour 2. Happy 420 to all you cannabis enthusiasts. We're here drinking beer, so not doing the same thing, but we are vibing too. Joined, as always, by the crew. They're all here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, guys, you guys really know how to feed into the moment, huh? Could really bring that same sort of energy that I got.
Energy?
Yeah.
Energy. What's that?
Something that you don't have.
Nice. All right, well, listen, we got a lot of ground to cover. So, Solos, why don't you kind of take us away?
So we decided that this one we are going to do a 2-round mock draft. And we are going to do this as a collective group instead of us just having teams.
Because we didn't hate each other enough before.
Yeah.
Or the listeners, for that matter.
So this is going to be a majority vote. Okay, if we do a
Kyle's going
split,
after he gets mad.
if we get a split, we'll figure that out when we do it. Because I don't know what the fuck we're going to do. I guess we're going to like try to convince one another.
I don't think we're going to run into too many of those. I think someone's just going to back down immediately. Ergo me.
But, you know.
My goal here is to pretty much get Kyle to go, you know what? You're right.
We are going to do trades. Paul was nice enough to send us a message. If you look at the unless it was just me.
Well,
Yeah, it was everybody. Oh, it was me. Massey, I'm gonna send this to you. And I would like for you to put it up on your screen. Like, we don't have to see it, but. So he sent me a point system on what they go off by and how the trades work. So, for example, the first pick is worth 3,000, and other teams have to like try to match that to make the trade go through.
So this is a trade calculator. Do you want me to pull one of those up and let you know?
Maybe.
Well, Mass, do you want to just keep that on your own? And is there any way you can get like a master list for us to all look at?
Of what?
Just like all the top 100, players for us to kind of feed off
No,
of.
do your own goddamn research.
Well, I mean, I got a list up here. I just didn't know.
I already have this.
Guy, you got like 12 screens over there.
I have 5.
All right, that's basically what I'm saying.
Are we live on Twitch?
You're not live on Twitch.
Then what the fuck good is your screen for?
All right, well, just
Do you want me to keep this up to make it easier for you guys or no?
well, I mean, what makes more sense? Do you want the calculator up there, or do you want the master list? Well, I like that thing, Mass. Keep
You
that
guys
up.
are getting a calculator. I'm going to tell you whether the draft picks are worth it or not. You don't need to see that.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. God.
I gave that to Matt, so I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, you're welcome again, Kyle.
Hey, first of all, suck my left ball sack, okay?
Ooh, the animosity of hour 2.
As opposed to your right ball sack?
Exactly. I have 3 of them.
God bless.
One,
Left, right, and middle.
nope. The other one's a little slightly left.
Left, slightly left, and middle.
No. Right.
No, left, slightly left.
There's no middle. I got a weird penis.
The third one's on his shoulder.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, really.
Why? They need to know about it. They got to get to know us. They already know I have a gray one.
On this week's episode of Souls' Weird Dick.
Dive into the color scheme.
We're going to break out the color wheel and
It is slightly gray. A little cloudy today.
Not enough fiber in his life.
Oh man.
All right.
All
It's
right.
gonna be a long 2 hours.
Shut up.
All right.
All right.
Let's get underway.
So, the 2020 NFL Draft is underway.
Do-do-do. I think it's ESPN. Sounds like something like that.
So, the first pick of the 2020 draft is the Cincinnati Bengals. I think we can all agree here what they're going to do.
That's
yeah,
right.
they're gonna draft Chase Young.
They're gonna trade away. I'm in the Joe Burrow vein.
So is there any possibility
No.
that they trade out?
No, because there's already talks about like if the Dolphins are going to, but they said the Bengals want too much.
Yeah, they want
I
out of
think-
that city. That's like the hardest part.
If there would be a trade, it would have to include all 3 first-round picks, and I don't think the
Plus
Dolphins want to do
more
that.
first round picks.
I mean, you know, what do they have? They have what, 5?
They
Yeah.
have the 5th. They have the
18,
18th, and then they have
the 26.
So, but I mean, really, you don't think like the 5, the 18, and then a second rounder or whatever is enough to?
Yeah.
No, because I think
Not for the
Cincinnati already
overall.
came out and said they would want all 3 first.
Plus more.
Yeah.
Okay, then Joe Burrow.
Quarterback, Joe Burrow out of VO. No, he went there first, though.
Shot.
He went
Yep.
there first. He went there first.
But that's not where he's getting drafted out of, so you still have to take a shot.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess they could take a shot of this fucking Dwayne Johnson whiskey, but I'm not going to do that. It's not mine.
You know, Massey's pretty aggressive for a guy that finished in last in the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yourself.
So Joe Burrow out of LSU.
Yeah.
Guys, we're off to a good start.
I just think there's a lot of stock in him going there.
Being an
Bengals
Ohio kid.
Bengals seem to be wanting to
Wait,
go a new
hold on.
direction quarterback wise.
Guys, we forgot to do something.
What's that?
Pick is in.
Oh, we need music.
I wanted to just wait to hear from Kyle. The pick is in.
Oh, with the first pick of the 2020 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati.
Kyle, he wants you to make the noise.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So Joe Burrow, quarterback, Ohio.
Damn,
What's
it's
up?
fucking hot.
Washington Redskins.
I think we're pretty much all in the same boat for this one too.
Alexa, shut the fuck up.
Talk to your wife that way.
Redskins going after Chase Young.
Yeah. They made that pretty clear that they're not backing down from that spot.
Yeah, best guy available.
Chase Young's not from LSU and Burrow's not from Ohio.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. But I think he should come out of, Ohio State. But I do think Ron Rivera keeps his defensive end streak alive.
See, this is another pick I can see being traded.
I don't.
There's no way. This is going to be a franchise player for years down the line.
For a team that needs a whole team.
They don't, though.
They do.
They signed so many people. Like,
All right. Chase Young off the board.
Well, did you agree with that?
I think if they stay there, they pick him. I just see that.
Well, yeah, he's not going to fall. That's just the bottom line. He goes 1 or 2, and I think we agree that he's 2.
All right. Detroit Lions on the clock.
They're going to take Brian Arakpo Jr.
I don't know.
So here's the thing.
This one could be traded.
I
don't think
this
it's
is
the
biggest candidate for a trade. I could also see them taking Okuda here.
You're right. But could also see him taking Simmons there.
I don't like the Simmons pick nearly as much as other people do. I really,
But-
really don't.
I'm the opposite. I don't like the Okuda pick there as much as other people do. They went out and they signed 2 or 3 corners as it is. Lions are in that same
Who
boat
did
as the
they sign?
Giants. Harmon from the Patriots, Desmond Trufant. They have Justin Coleman still.
Even then, I don't think that linebacker's their biggest need. I still think that they'd end up taking an edge or taking a tackle before they take.
I think the Lions really want to trade down from the spot.
I agree with you. I think they
Yeah.
do.
But I don't think it's the Dolphins.
No.
And I do think it would be the Chargers.
So what's our move here? Are we just going to go with what we think? We're assuming the Lions are trading down, and we're just going to pick a team that makes the most sense. Is that our move?
Ring, 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 ring. Hi, this is Dave Gettleman from the Giants.
Why would the Giants move up? That makes no sense.
I was gonna say, I was like, what?
Like the
It's
Giants,
a Gettleman thing. He would do it.
he wouldn't though. I think if anything, the Giants trade down.
All right. So what do you guys think is the most? All right. Let's assume. I think we're kind of in the same boat. Do we think the Lions are gonna trade? You guys feel that?
Yeah.
Mark, do you
I
agree?
think the Lions trade down.
Okay. So
I
who
think
who thinks the best candidate for it?
I think the Chargers.
I do
And I
too.
say that,
I think they
and I
try
say
and-
that because the Dolphins seem to be pretty content with getting Justin Herbert.
And I
Okay.
think that the Chargers will leapfrog them to try and get their guy.
All right. So let's shift the Chargers into that spot.
All right, so what are we trading?
It doesn't matter. Just move the Chargers there.
Okay,
Uh,
so the Chargers are going to keep their pick. All right.
So I mean, we'll work out the
They only
finite
have the one
details.
first rounder, right?
Yeah, they have
Right,
one in
they
each
have-
round.
Right.
Because the rest of
I
that stuff will
consider-
fall later. We can figure that stuff out as we go.
I think it'd be a first rounder and a second rounder, or a first rounder and a third rounder.
No. To move up that far while the prime players are still on the board, it's going to
It
take.
is. It wouldn't because last year the Steelers traded. They swapped. They gave
Yeah.
up.
Kyle, but that was also a bullshit trade.
Yeah, but Denver's an asshole for taking it.
But I mean, like, don't compare other trades to that mess.
I think it would be a swap, a first next year,
And probably a second this year.
so give them the second pick too.
All right. So the
Los Angeles Chargers are on the clock.
they're in the driver's seat now. So do the Chargers go after Okuda here?
No.
No.
No, they pick a quarterback handle.
I think it's Tua.
So here's my thing with the Tua pick. I think he's gonna have to sit at least a season.
I don't think so. I think he's already kind of back
Yeah,
to full
he already
strength.
said he's ready to play.
No, I'm not saying injury. Well, I am saying injury wise, but I mean, if I'm the team drafting him, I don't know if I would feel comfortable throwing this guy right into the fire.
Or this pick could be Justin Herbert because the Dolphins have done a lot of talking about it.
You think just to bait the Chargers into picking him?
The Dolphins have done the most homework on Herbert.
I just look at it as the Chargers are gonna look to find someone that can start now. I don't think Tyrod Taylor's gonna be their year-long starter.
Well, see, this is where I'm confused. So the Chargers move up for Herbert. In this scenario we're painting here, that this move they make is just like solely for a quarterback, presumably a Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're not going, if quarterback is their plan, which they've obviously seemed pretty complacent in the offseason here to really not make any moves of any significant value, and quarterback is their plan, then I guess they're drafting whatever quarterback makes the most. So it's Tua or Herbert, in my opinion. So whoever that is, I'm on board for either.
So for the Tua side of it, it's maybe to get more fans into the stadium, since he would be closer to Hawaii than he would be anywhere else. I know, and like a lot of people would from who I would go to LA to go watch him play. Where on the other side of it, if they go Herbert, they get the guy that they've been linked to all along.
But they also get the guy from Oregon, who is also not that far of a travel.
Oh, I know.
I kind of understand the sentiment of what you're saying, but I think the whole LA Chargers thing runs deeper than who they sign. You know, I think this is still a San Diego thing versus LA thing, and that's why the fans are not there.
Well,
I know.
I think people are going to fly from Hawaii to watch Tua play.
I'm not okay
Yeah.
against Kyle on that.
So here's my thing. You guys are saying that Herbert, the Chargers have put more FaceTime in with Herbert?
I think Herbert's the better pick for the Chargers.
So, I mean, if that's the story, if that's...
I'm torn because Herbert is the better pick for the Chargers, but he is not the better quarterback. I do not think he should be going to the side.
I'm just listening to what you guys think, because you guys know better than I. I think if Herbert is the guy they have the most FaceTime with, that's like the guy they're favoring. If they move up, then that's the guy they're picking.
That's my thought.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Justin Herbert from Oregon. Fucking lounging over there. No, the Giants are on the clock.
So
Here's
this
the
is a
problem
pretty
with
obvious
this
pick, isn't it?
What's that, Mass?
I think this is a pretty obvious pick.
Who are you going with?
It's Tristan Wirfs or Jedrick Willis.
I don't think that at all. I think Tristan Wirfs. I think they could easily go Isaiah Simmons.
I could see
It's-
Isaiah Simmons.
Because they do need a playmaker.
They do, but I think they're more concerned with solidifying the offense right now, especially the line.
I'm sort of in the. I mean, I think it's a tough spot to be in because you're right. You see Isaiah Simmons like, hey, this is a playmaker. This is a guy who can make an impact. But we saw last year kind of what a shoddy offensive line the Giants are playing with. And
Kendall, looking directly into the camera. Look directly into the camera. What
yes,
position does he play?
Isaiah Simmons,
Yeah.
linebacker.
Yeah, that's because you just looked off to the side.
I got a list of players right here.
I know.
I
I just wanted to see if you could tell me what position he played without looking.
But here's another thing.
well,
You
I
could
think the
also
Giants are
slide
going
into
offensive
this-
line.
So here's another one where, like me as a Giants fan, I want Isaiah Simmons. That's
Why do you
where
want Isaiah Simmons?
because the Giants have nobody on defense. They need,
But they do.
Def- but I mean they need that defensive playmaker. They need someone to be the leader of that defense. Where, they had it with Landon Collins. They let him walk. They need that focal point on the defense
It's not even that. They need a guy with
that can make
The
plays.
game's-
That can
get a
make plays.
strip sack or get a pick.
Yes, that's called making plays, Kyle.
Yeah,
The
that's not from
offensive
getting out of
line,
your
the
dick.
offensive line does need to be addressed. Towards the end of last season, the play was getting better, and I think that they can address that in later rounds. I think that they have to go Isaiah Simmons. I mean, that's me again as a fan, but to me that's got to be their pick.
Smash, you got Tristan Wirfs.
That's the guy I agree with too. I think it's not the sexy pick, but I think that the Giants will play super practical.
Hey, tiebreaker.
I didn't say a damn thing yet.
Ooh,
No, 'cause you're the
sold.
Isaiah
tiebreaker.
Simmons.
I didn't say Isaiah Simmons.
He just hinted at
I'm making a case on why they could draft him.
Then
But
who do they pick up?
I think they go Tristan Wirfs. Buck's bummed. I see his face.
Like I said, it's not a bad pick, of course. I mean, it's just I think that I lean the other way.
It's gonna be
Miami Dolphins on the clock.
real quick. I got a dad joke real quick. So let's say this pick doesn't work out for the Giants. It's going to say, like in the headlines, Giants whiff on Wirfs. Ha ha ha.
Has anyone else hated Kendall more than right now?
Do you guys think Tua lands in Miami?
I do. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I don't bother this whole fucking sliding down shit. We run into the same fucking problem we ran into before at the 3 spot.
Hey, how many picks do the Jaguars have in the first round?
2.
Any chance they trade up?
There is a possibility. But for what?
Ring, 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 ring.
I think they're sitting pretty where they are.
Hello, it's the Arizona Cardinals. How you doing?
How the hell are you trading up?
Well, so here's the thing.
No, there's no thing.
Well, let's hear what Mass has to say real quick.
Okay.
So I want to do this swap right now, right? Now, I eventually will need to keep my quarterback upright. Like this year, because he got sacked by his own tackle this year. So I think it's worth it to try and move up and get Jedrick Wills.
That's fine, but he's going to be there.
All right, so Mass, I get what you're saying, but here's what I'm thinking about here. Let's say the Lions were the 3rd pick. They traded back.
Yep.
None of the players, like the best available skill position players, changed. So it's basically they kind of like got off scot-free. Like they can still make the decision now. Well, hey, do we want to go quarterback or do we want to go the linebacker route?
The next 2 players are going to be either Okuda or Simmons.
Yes.
I just don't see any way where the Cardinals could trade up.
So basically,
Also, I don't see the Lions backing down twice.
right? I think that in this scenario we're painting here, the Lions really they got a bonus out of this because nothing really affected them.
So that's kind of why I was looking at that Jaguars trade. I mean, is there anything with the Jaguars trading both to move up to get?
I don't think the Lions want to back down anymore.
Jaguars are
To
also in full rebuild mode. They're trying to get whatever they can right now.
Yeah, they're not going to lose pick. They want to gain more.
Fair.
And I do think the Lions take Okuda here.
You kind of talked me off the Okuda ledge.
Say it again.
You kind of talked me off the Okuda ledge.
All right, but I'm cool with Isaiah Simmons going there too.
I think the Lions go corner with Okuda.
Okay.
In my head, I said Okuda, but then I thought about we talked about all the signings they made. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense to have a whole bunch there. Yeah, I'll go with Okuda.
All right, Jeff Okuda to the Lions. All right. Well, we know where Simmons is going.
Yeah.
Can you imagine losing Kuechly and then getting Isaiah Simmons to replace him in the same year?
Well, that could happen. In our mock draft is happening.
No, you just wait a damn minute.
We pretty much made a trade that doesn't even fucking matter.
Yep.
It will matter for the 2nd round because the Lions will be taking that the spot.
Hey, any chance we got a spreadsheet like this for? Whoa, guy!
Yeah.
We didn't vote on that pick.
We'll get
this. The 2nd round's down there.
Yeah, 2nd round's right here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Prepared.
Full list.
Cardinals go best available tackle.
Jedrick Wills.
You guys agree with that?
You don't think it's that Mikai guy? He's got a cool name.
He's probably going to drop because he had a diluted sample.
What'd they test him for?
I don't know.
Cocaine!
Couple of
I
nose
just feel
beers.
like he's going to drop. Or he might go to the Browns. That's the type of players I like.
All right.
The Jaguars.
Jaguars.
I think they go defensive tackle Derek Brown.
Yeah.
They got nothing going on that defensive side of the ball.
I can agree with that.
Well, it's already 3-1, so.
It's just one of those things. I can see him taking anybody, but it's like, well, why not? Why not?
No,
why would you
I
pass?
see where you're about to come from with Jerry Jeudy, but I don't see the Jaguars needing a fucking receiver.
No, I'm almost convinced to try and talk about Becton or Thomas to go here.
But I think they need a whole defense more. They got rid of everybody.
They might get Chasen might go a little bit higher than we think.
Le'Veon?
Yeah.
Well, not after I try to make this trade with the Browns.
The Jaguars are drafting for longevity here because it is a full rebuild. So whatever makes sense for a player that has a long-lasting ability is who they're going to draft.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Hey, John Elway's talking to you.
Oh God.
Hang up. How tall are you?
I want that 10th pick.
No, what are you gonna give me for it?
I don't know. Next year, first and a second.
You can get that.
And a plate of hot fries.
Pour him out of the bag.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
I think it's going to be one of those second-round picks. I don't think it's going to be both.
So what, you think they swap and get a second?
And, like, next year's first or whatever. You guys cool with that trade?
Because this is going to happen one way or Alabama.
So we got the Broncos moving up.
Yeah.
I agree with Kyle on this. It's going to happen one way or another.
Because the Browns are about to make a very poor decision.
Well, listen, I defer to your guys' judgment because you guys spend much more time than I do. So
it's going to happen. This is the only thing that's happening in trade talks in the league right now is Denver moving up to get Judy.
Yep.
That being said, now somebody else is going to move up to get him just because fuck Denver.
Do you guys agree with Jerry Jeudy to Alabama?
Yes, I agree with Jerry Jeudy to Alabama.
He's going to have a great collegiate career.
Mark, you cool with that pick?
Yeah.
All right. Jets. I don't know.
Jets.
You guys figure this one out.
So here's the thing. I'm going to pitch CD Lamb here.
Yeah. I've also heard them fucking wanting Henry Ruggs.
So have I.
So we have the Jets. We're in the same thought. The Jets are kind of going to receiver route here.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, it's a toss up then.
To get Darnold to the board, and the biggest weapon just went.
I think the Jets panic and pick a receiver.
Well, I agree. I panic or not, I think the Jets pick a receiver here. So I don't between CD and Ruggs, those are the best available, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So whatever you guys think. I mean, I guess is there more upside for CD at this point that we know?
Yes.
Or the way around?
I still think that CD is the best receiver of the class.
Then I see CD going then.
But I'm also one of the few that see it that way. For the most part, it's shooting.
So is there any chance they go defense?
No, I think their defense is pretty much set.
I also don't think that they go defense because they've leaned on it heavily in the past couple of years. They went with the kid out of USC 2 years ago. I can't remember his name, and then they went with Quinton Williams last year.
And I think it's either offensive line or receiver.
Right now, this draft right here is about getting Darnold help.
Well, so I'm just trying to look at who's still available as a free agent receiver.
Nobody. Des Bryant.
Hey, they could sign Josh Gordon.
Yeah, they could. He's probably going back to New England.
Tavon Austin's available.
Yeah.
Gross. Don't you spell that name to me.
I think they go Henry Ruggs. Why? Because they're fucking stupid.
All right, so here's the thing.
I think they go Ruggs because they lost their speeder, their speed.
No, Kyle. Don't try and sell me on another reason. Because I'm already with you on the Ruggs thing based on the fact that they're fucking stupid, and that's why I was struggling with them because they're not that smart.
What do you guys think?
I think they go receivers. So if you guys think it's Ruggs, then I agree.
All right, let's go Henry Ruggs.
All right.
The next pick's pretty easy.
Make it.
You say that.
No, it's
Yeah.
Mark, you seem disgruntled.
No, not because I think it's a receiver. I'm trying to figure out
Here's
which
the
one's
thing
going
that
to end
makes
up on
me-
the Niners.
Well, that's exactly the thing. This is what makes me happy is the Niners just lost 3 biggest targets.
Yeah, and they're
Thing
about
that
to
makes
gain a
me
defensive
upset
tackle.
Is that I know exactly who they're going to target next.
All right, so we have down here, we have the Raiders taking CeeDee Lamb, receiver from Oklahoma, which I agree with. I thought the Raiders were going to pick a receiver or an offensive talent, so this kind of works out. However, if it wasn't Lamb for the Jets, it was, you know what I'm saying? So it works out.
You know what happens here?
I think they go Javon Kinlaw.
Kinlaw.
No.
Okay.
They're
Who?
trading back.
I mean, they could do that.
They're trading back because they don't pick again until the 5th round.
But that's not true. They pick again on
The
first
31st pick.
I mean, after the first round, I apologize.
I feel like they would trade the second pick more than they would trade this pick.
Yeah.
They're listening to offers for both right now.
I know, but I'm just in my mindset. I think they would trade the second pick more.
I'll be right back, but I agree.
And I only say that because they traded possibly the best defender for that pick.
Here's the thing.
I'm listening, bro.
If they're staying in this round, I don't think that they go defense.
I think so. They lost the defensive tackle. They need to replace him. And why not get the best one on the board?
They were also a team, I mean, we saw them get run on a lot.
Yeah. They could go running back. They don't have enough of those.
I think Mustard earned his keep there.
Which is funny because he sucked at the beginning of the year.
So
I think they go
honestly do
Kinlaw.
I think they go Kinlaw. Right now, 2-3 because Kinlaw's not here.
Well, it's 2-1, Kyle.
Whatever.
Because there's only 4 of us, so it can't be.
I'm good at math.
I struggle with this because I think if they stay in this pick, they actually pick a receiver.
I don't.
But that's I don't think they would reach for one of these other guys.
And also, this draft is so receiver heavy. They can trade down back into the second round and grab one of these guys.
Yeah, I know.
So what are we kind of leaning to?
They're going to draft me out of my couch university.
Oh, you're switching sports.
Yes. I'm going to be the first NFL shooting guard.
Wow, congratulations. What number are you going to wear? 49, I heard.
104.
I think they go Javon Kinlaw.
Yes, I agree with you, Kyle.
See, I'm okay with that pick as a fan because
He's gonna haunt you in your dreams.
I'll say you
Really
shouldn't
not.
be.
So here's
He
what we,
is because you guys have no running game or passing game.
so here's what we know. In recent history, the 49ers have not really botched important draft picks. So I think they're going to go.
And they fucking love their defensive linemen. They
They're
pick them all the time.
They're going to go entirely with what their gut is and what their need is. So whoever that is, if that's Kinlaw, then I think it's what they do.
I think fucking John Lincoln knows exactly what he's doing. He's gonna keep building that defensive line for the fucking future.
All right, Buccaneers, they're going quarterback all the way.
What?
Nothing.
No, him, not you. I heard what you said, you dummy.
MMA Bucks on the clock.
Which ones are on the board?
Mekai Becton.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. We'll go Becton.
Brady needs a roommate. Start him young. Was that a very low profile fart? Anybody hear that?
I have another question.
Answer.
Is there any chance
No.
that the Bucks draft a quarterback to sit behind Brady for 2 years?
No.
Not at this pick.
Not in the first round.
Okay.
There's nobody worth taking right now. Although, I am extremely high on Jalen Hurts.
Maybe you should stop smoking that pot then, bro.
I knew he was going to say it. That was such a toss-up. All right.
Like,
Fucking 420 guy.
I think that Hurts will be the best quarterback out of this draft class.
I don't think that at all. That guy couldn't complete a pass in Alabama. And he wasn't much better in Oklahoma. What makes you think that?
But
He was
here's
fantastic in Oklahoma.
but hold on. Here's the other side of this match. Kyle is the absolute worst judgment of quarterback.
Ever.
So there's a chance that Jalen Hurts will win 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah. Burrow about to be the greatest quarterback ever. I just doomed his career. Fuck you, Cincy.
Yeah, we don't necessarily know if Kyle's a bad judgment. Kyle could just be a curse.
He's bad at it. The list of quarterbacks he said were going to be good
Oh, I know.
is quite long.
Cleveland Browns. Andrew Thomas.
I think they go with the line here.
I can agree with that.
I mean, on the other side, I could see him doing that Clavin guy.
Who?
Enzo Clevin.
No,
Clavicle.
Clavin,
It's easy in the neck.
Chesson.
Oh,
Clavia?
Clayton Jason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only because they're another team that needs that defensive presence. You know, they need that playmaker there.
Plus, can you imagine Chasen and fucking Garrett on the same line?
Yeah, dude. I love Miles Garrett. He's the greatest. Fucking idiot. Where are we at?
You might be about it.
I don't give a shit about him. He's in the Browns. He's not gonna win.
All right, so was it decided that it's fucking
Andrew Thomas.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
The whitest
Okay.
name in the draft.
Fucking get their guy for not using up like they wanted to.
Atlanta Falcons.
CJ Henderson. Did they want to move up to get this guy?
Gross.
Anybody else have a pick?
I guess I don't have anything else to say. Well, see, the Falcons are in a weird spot because too, it's like they're past where they need to be, and they have like no designs to do anything now. Just they're kind of like waiting out the careers of Julio Jones and Matt Ryan. It's
Yeah.
weird.
No, I agree. They're just kind of waiting to rebuild.
So it's an odd. I guess Kyle. I guess I can agree with that. You know.
They have no corners.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a need to fill that, so I don't have a problem with that.
Oh man.
Dallas Cowboys.
Le'Veon Jason.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
Is there any part of you guys think they have a very long history of going line? Any party think they just do that or no?
Defensive line or offensive?
Offensive.
Offensive.
nobody-
They could,
Yeah.
but they need a defense.
Okay,
There,
I can agree with
there's
that.
also they're in the range for Josh Jones, but I think that's a bit of a reach at this point.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Miami Dolphins.
What's up, dude? Yeah, who's the Dolphins taking at 18?
Oh, they're taking two again. Doubling down.
Look at me for.
Who's on the board? Had to help with that.
Pick a guy.
Oh my God, Bob's on a second time. Kyle, you're off the show.
Give him a 5.
35?
5.
What about 5?
Yeah, that fifth pick. What did you give him?
Tua.
So I would take an offensive lineman.
Yeah, the only offensive lineman that's actually worth taking that's still left is Josh Jones.
Josh Jones?
What about this Natane Muti?
No.
Pretty much. Him and Cleveland. Or is it Cleveland?
Cleveland Browns.
You are not taking Ezra Cleveland over
Oh my
Josh
God.
Jones.
What's on your board?
Pretty much like the top 15 guys won.
Bob, can you hear us?
No, he can't.
Kyle, put us on speaker.
He's there.
We should just get him on the show in general.
Say hi, Dad.
All right, so
Second
what
cameo
he's
of
not
the night.
telling you
Bob,
is that what he's not telling you that is Josh Jones and Cesar Ruiz are still on the board. So is Austin Jackson. He's trying to sell you Ezra Cleveland.
I don't think any of them are worth 18. That's all I was
No,
that was
I agree with you. I don't think
You're
any of
straight
them are
up.
worth 18. I think that their best pick right now is probably Xavier McKinney.
Yes. Probably. I was thinking that too.
The only other person that's even possibly worth taking at this point is Gross Matos. That's it. And even that's a stretch.
Hey, he might lock at 20. Don't take him.
All you need to do is ask the Red Baron.
That's right. I got a 6-foot putt for you. If I make it, I drink it.
Wouldn't it be-
Xavier
wouldn't-
McKinney.
Wouldn't it be funny if the Dolphins used the pick they got for Minka on another safety?
That's probably what they're going to do.
I guess that makes sense. All right.
What's left on your board? So
Well, we just kind of told you.
you didn't tell me what's defensive line. I don't. What's receivers left?
Not many.
so-
The next
not
best receiver is Mims.
Jefferson, is he still there?
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
I think that Jefferson's a reach at that spot.
One linebacker still there.
Linebackers that are still on the board are
Murray or Queen are both there.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, are the Raiders going Murray or Queen?
Queen.
Sucking mess. Are they going? They can go. Oh, actually, who's the highest rated Clemson player?
T. Higgins.
Yes, T. Higgins is currently the highest rated. No, AJ Terrell is currently the highest rated.
AJ Terrell.
Yeah.
Not on my list.
The old search and replace tool.
Those two.
Who?
The Dolphins. They like Penn State guys.
God damn it. Me too.
We should have had him on the show. I mean, this has been gold. Kyle, get out of here.
Fuck. That you make me change my mind to gross tomatoes.
All right, Kyle.
No,
Kyle,
I'm going against Gross Tomatoes here.
Kyle, you put your dad where you're sitting in the Steelers chair, and you just go sit in the living room for 2 hours.
Yeah, I think McKinney's the pick, though.
Yeah, I'm saying Xavier McKinney.
But you got a point, though. They do like the Penn State guy. I mean, the one that I know that they took.
Raiders.
I don't fucking know. They can go corner. They can go everything.
Raiders really don't care at this point, so they're picking Patrick.
I've seen him going to the Raiders at a lot of drafts.
I don't know. They haven't taken a Clemson guy yet.
Any chance Gruden gives up on Carr?
I mean, there's always a chance. He fucking
Well,
hates that guy for some reason.
if he does, I mean, he's got Mariota, so I think they already got like their backup plan already.
Yeah, how does that make sense? That fucking he hates Carr, love Mariota.
So here's the thing. So here's my thing. Watch this. Ready?
Okay, I'm watching. I can only see the Jaguars. Oh, there you go.
Jalen Hurts is not going in the first
Look,
round.
Pairing him with CeeDee Lamb.
Dude, they're not gonna take Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts
It
He's
is a
going to do
Gruden thing
something.
to do, but
Gruden's not making the pick. It's Mike Mayock.
Yeah,
The
but
draft
he loves his
god.
Alabama Clemson guy. Mayock takes from top school.
he does.
So, and right now LSU is the top school. All right, Patrick Queen.
I think Patrick Queen is the pick.
I think Patrick Queen is Kendall's love interest.
Indeed.
My love interest.
All right, so Patrick Queen to the Raiders.
I only like players named after cards.
It's after a good band, sir.
Oh, no. Desmond King, Queen's whatever bad band.
The
Here,
Jacksonville
Jack
Los
Spade.
Angeles Rams.
What?
See, can you scroll the list down, please?
Jaguars. Who the fuck? No. Oh, Gross Matos.
I agree with Gross Matos. That's who I picked in my first round.
Yeah.
Trevon Diggs.
It's got to be Gross Matos because that's the most fun name in the draft.
To replace Yannick Ngakoue.
Yeah, and there will be a sandwich named after him very soon.
Philadelphia.
Oh,
Gross
crap. I
Matos,
crossed off the wrong name. Hey, guys, can we have Trevon Diggs get drafted because I already crossed his name off by accident?
Nope.
Can I
We're
get
getting
a
there.
Uter Gross Matos with cheese, please?
We're on the Eagles.
Eagles.
Justin Jefferson.
I agree because
Yeah.
I picked him in another round too.
T. Higgins.
Ooh, no.
Minnesota Vikings.
Trevon Diggs, please.
I agree with that.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
This is the pick that we're all gonna fucking disagree on.
I still like Christian Fulton better than I like Justin Torres. Than I like Trevon.
Yeah, but it's not who you like. It's who the Vikings like.
Yeah.
All right, Minnesota.
Trayvon.
Trayvon.
I lied.
Diggs.
New England.
Lost a Diggs, gain a Diggs.
Kendall, who's your favorite team drafting?
Well, not my favorite team. However, I appreciate your enthusiasm. And for whatever reason, I feel like New England is not taking a quarterback, though that seems to be
Thank
a
you.
popular opinion.
Thank you.
Because I think
Thank you.
the Patriots always seem to do stuff that is illogical but works out for them. Now,
Jordan Love.
with that being said, I don't really have an exact.
Can I was with you until you fuck me up?
Well, what do you have in mind? Convince me.
I think they can either go AJ Epinesa or Kenneth Murray.
Oh.
So you think they have kind of a.
They lost Jamie Collins. They need another guy to replace him.
Yeah, but you're
They
ignoring
lost
their
Tom
quarterback.
Brady.
They're ignoring their quarterback, their tight end spot, their wide receiver spot.
Yeah, but I oddly see New England taking
Their
defense, and I guess a linebacker wouldn't be the most like obscure pick, because I just feel like
It's gonna be a guy out of Loyola.
Bill Belichick has this grand scheme that's spanning 3 seasons ahead, where he knows that when he's won his 14th Super Bowl, he'll pick the next greatest tight end of all time. So I'm cool with him picking a linebacker here. Is and now is Spencer not Espinosa, or is it Espinosa? I think it's Spencer, right?
Yeah.
I will go with AJ Epinesa from Iowa.
You guys are both saying Jordan Love, right?
I think it's Jordan Love.
I think it's Kenneth Murray.
Ooh, it looks like Jordan Love's got the votes.
I
It's a
guess
funny
so.
way of spelling it.
Massey, what did you pick?
I don't think that they picked Jordan Love.
Oh,
I want them to pick Jordan, but I don't.
you
think
rat.
Hey, guy, you gonna fucking put the colleges, or what are we doing here?
He went to Edge State. Kyle, relax.
Iowa pick.
Nolans.
Kenneth Murray.
Somebody got firecrackers?
I was trying to do that as fast as I could.
Are you pouring ice into a notebook? I don't get it.
I got a bucket of jelly beans here.
Well, they seem stale.
No. I had to grab a handful and then move them.
I gotcha.
I don't think the Vikings have to go receiver here.
I don't think they go receiver at all.
Not in the first round.
No.
They could go A.J. Epinesa here.
He was already drafted, Kyle.
Yeah.
This I could see being the Josh Jones pick.
No, could they had an okay offensive line last year.
I know that we settle for okay in the NFL.
Do you see
Yeah,
this? Do you see the
But
Saints?
they have a bigger need at receiver.
Well, do you see the Saints doing anything like ridiculous because that's who they are and they're prepared to just move whoever any position at any time?
What?
Yeah.
So I guess what I mean by that is, on the list here we have Kenneth Murray for the Saints. Is that what we're still talking about? We moved on to the Vikings.
Run the Vikings.
The Vikings.
Okay, never mind then. I didn't know we agreed on the Saints, and that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, Master's got this cool habit of he just types the stuff in.
Gotcha. Never mind. I have nothing good to say.
We're aware.
Oh, real nice.
I think they go Mims.
I don't think Mims goes this high.
Why would Minnesota use a first rounder on a receiver?
They have two of them.
But still, what are their other picks?
We'll find out sooner or later. Wait, who's your other safety? Oh, they brought back the Anthony Harris kid.
Yep.
Never mind. Damn, I would have loved to seen it.
They pick again in the second round.
I would have loved to seen it.
To see what?
Antoine Winfield Jr.
Really?
Yeah. Do you think they could double down in corner?
It's funny. Our first mock draft, I had them do that with Christian Fulton.
And I don't hate Fulton either. That's the thing.
But I think they go offensive line.
And take who?
Josh Jones.
What tackles do they have?
I don't know.
God damn, we gotta start fucking figuring that out.
Hold on. Scott, you want me to remember every team's roster?
Yeah. They could go defensive line. They could go Blacklock.
I was just looking at him, Kyle. It's funny.
They need a defensive tackle. They lost the guy.
What about this
Griffin.
Justin Bukaki guy?
They had Riley Reef, Pat Upline, Garrett Bradbury, Josh Klein, and Brandon O'Neill.
You want to repeat that for me?
No. Which is
Okay.
a very good offensive line.
It is a good offensive line.
Yes.
And I think the pick might be Blacklock or T. Higgins.
I've seen Blacklock taken by the Vikings at this pick.
I'm going to lean towards Blacklock because I really don't think it's the receiver.
All right, we'll go Blacklock.
I know they lost Stephon Diggs, but they still have Adam Thielen.
They also lost Laquan Treadwell.
Oh, darn.
Okay, you dick.
He's a Falcon now.
Stinks, man. Did they sign a receiver? I don't think so. We're probably
Miami
gonna get fucking
Dolphins.
shit on by
Again.
that pick. Josh Jones.
Yeah.
Kennel? Josh Jones?
Yeah, I can agree with
Alright,
that.
cool.
Seattle Seahawks.
Alright, what's the pick that doesn't make sense?
DeAndre Swift.
I've seen it.
Nah. Jeremy Chin.
You know, Kendall, I've heard that.
That's the pick.
I've heard that.
I'm not seeing that name on my list here.
I think
He's a small school guy.
the Seahawks pick without reason, and it always works out.
So I'm looking at the Seahawks, and I think that they go Christian Fulton.
Would you care to elaborate?
They're just offensively. I think that team is pretty well sound. I mean, they need more offensive line, but Metcalf, I think broke out somewhat last year. I think he's going to get better. Lockett is a very good receiver. Chris Carson's a good running back. I think offensively they're okay. So that's why I lean towards the defensive side. And you look at the division, they have to play the 49ers. And they now have to cover DeAndre Hopkins.
They have Shaq Griffin. Who else?
So, Mark, I agree. I think, on offense, they're going to find another running back who's bagging groceries, and they'll sign him halfway through the year, and he'll be fine. So I think defensive is the way to go, and I stand by kind of a guy who I just looked at just by name and school alone in Jeremy Shin, being a safety, and you just had a guy to cover Hopkins, a guy to kind of bolster that secondary. It's a total Seahawks move.
I don't like that I don't have this guy on my list.
Who?
Kendall, I'm going to go with you on that.
Jeremy Chin, Chinn, Southern Illinois.
Oh, there he is, way down there. So that's what I mean. I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's not a guy that can
Jeremy
get in the
Chin
second round.
over Winfield or Delpit.
I'm only agreeing with him because I've seen somebody else take him with the Seahawks.
Over Delpit or Winfield?
Because
Delpit can't tackle him.
The Seahawks never make this huge splash. Even with the Metcalf pick, I mean, that was late. That was very late, and it's like there was so much hype for him, and yet he fell so far. The Seahawks are very thrifty drafters. They know how to work with a little. That's kind of been their mantra for the past 10 years.
No, I'm agreeing with you, Kendall.
I'm not.
But I'm
Fuck
just
you.
No. I'm looking at if they want to get this Jeremy Chin fella, I think that's a guy that they don't have to get in the first round.
Right. If you're going to take a safety in the first round, you don't take somebody who's a third round pick.
All right.
But they do all the time.
I'll go Fulton.
Yeah, I'll go Fulton too because Chin is too much of a reach for me. I'm sorry, Kendall.
But here's the thing: when he's right, which I got a feeling he's gonna. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Kyle, no end to that sentence there.
He knows. Kendall knows what I'm talking about.
I know.
Baltimore Ravens.
Who's the best linebacker?
Zach Bond.
God,
Wisconsin.
they can go with him.
You don't fall in that T. Higgins group.
Let's see. The receivers are Willie Snead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there any,
Hollywood Brown.
is there any part of you that thinks the Ravens go secondary?
Jimmy Smith.
They got rid of Tony Jefferson, didn't they?
Marlon Humphrey. Earl Thomas. I mean, they can go Grant Delpit, too. Who do you think for receiver, Mark?
T. Higgins.
Why are you so high on T. Higgins?
Because his name's on my list here,
I mean, go
the
ahead,
guy's
Matt.
a big receiver, 6'4".
Yeah, but I don't think that's the goal for that offense is to have a big receiver because I think they're prepared to have freaking Jackson run around as long as you can. I think that offense will be forever run first until it doesn't work anymore, and I think they're just gonna draft until it doesn't.
What about Cesar Ruiz?
Who's he replacing?
He's a catcher, right?
Yeah.
Who's he replacing, Kyle?
He doesn't have to replace anybody. He can move to the guard.
Who is he replacing?
Marshall Yanda.
I can see it.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I only hate that pick because it makes the Ravens better.
I think they might panic because they don't have Marshall Yanda anymore. That guy was a fucking monster. So happy he retired.
I'll tell you what, Cesar Ruiz is going to be a fucking monster too.
Yeah, let's go Cesar Ruiz. I like that pick.
All right.
Tennessee Titans.
Nice.
Jeff Gladney.
What?
That's my pick. I think they need a corner really badly.
I can agree with that. I mean, honestly, the Titans are kind of a weird spot because they're kind of like, hey, we're good, but we could fall apart any minute. So what do we need?
And I know they traded Jerome Casey, but they still have the guy they drafted last year.
Kyle, I agree with you
What
on
about
the
AJ?
position, not the player.
What about AJ Terrell over
Yep.
Gladney?
I don't know. I just think the Titans are like one of those teams that like to like those schools that are like.
What about Jalen Johnson?
No.
Jalen Johnson's going to be a great corner. He would fit great with that team.
I don't know. I think Jeff Gladney would feel good with that team too.
But again,
I know he likes small corners.
But to me, it's a guy that they don't need to get in the first round.
But he is a first round talent.
Who? Gladney?
Yeah. He's jumping up people's boards.
I vote AJ Terrell.
I vote Jeff Gladney.
Campbell?
I'll vote Gladney. I mean, I'm in a tough spot because I don't really know what the Titans' real needs are. It's tough. It's a team that kind of surprised a lot of people, and there's a steep fall off for them. It's either they succeed next year or it's over.
Another question here while we're talking about him. Are we convinced that Derrick Henry stays in Tennessee?
Yeah, I don't think they'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, I think they give him. It rides out.
We could even go the offensive tackle spot for the Titans if we wanted to.
No. But I disagree with the pay and the running back the money.
Why is that, Todd Gurley?
Titans should go tackle just to replace what's his name? Jack Conklin.
But who's left to take a tackle? Nobody.
Austin Jackson.
Like I said, nobody.
Okay, first of all, he's just somebody.
He's not a first round somebody.
All right, let's make a decision.
Kendall,
I say Terrell.
We barely talked about half these picks.
Yeah.
Fine.
Who are you picking?
AJ Terrell.
Well, we have a tie.
Rebecca?
Hi. What are my choices?
AJ or
Jeff.
Jeff.
What are their last names?
No,
Gladney.
AJ. No. AJ or Jeff. That's it. That's all you get.
Well, it's funny because I personally know a Jeff, and I personally know someone whose last name is Gladney, so I guess I'm going to not go with that person and go with the person that's already on the screen.
Yay!
Yeah, nothing like taking a personal opinion and then never mind.
Green Bay Packers.
How about LaVisca Chenault? you guys land. Or T. Higgins.
Mark, T. Higgins. I agree.
Which one's faster? T. Higgins.
Well, hold on. Chenault is 6'1", 227.
Yeah, but
T. Higgins is 6'4", 216.
that doesn't mean anything, though.
So I'm looking at stride length. We got 3 more inches of stride.
Stride doesn't
Give
mean
me a second. I will get you there. Steve.
stride doesn't mean you're faster.
I think they need a quick
Chenault.
In
Well,
my
that's good.
experience,
Hey,
it does.
Chenault had a 4.58. T. Higgins had
A 3.6.
He's the fastest guy ever. And T. Higgins didn't participate in the 40.
4.5.
4.5 flat.
Chenault.
So
4.54 and 4.58. It's the same thing.
I'll go Chenault.
T. Higgins.
Higgins.
I'll go Higgins. Fuck it.
Hey, what do you guys say we draft this Natan Muti guy so I can stop flipping my paper around?
Fine.
49ers.
And it actually kind of makes sense here.
It doesn't. About trade.
Oh.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring, ring. Who is it?
Indy.
What up, Indy?
I'll give you my first, second round pick and a fourth.
Where's their second round pick?
Second pick in the second round.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So the Colts are going to trade for the pick they traded?
No, they traded 13.
Oh, that makes sense. And we're going to draft this Justin Bukaki guy?
No, he's not going to the Colts. It's Matabuki, by the way.
Kyle, don't act like what I said is that far off.
Now, hear me out. I think they go Jordan Love.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like, you sign Rivers for 1 year for whatever reason. And,
Pretty much said, like, they pretty much already said Brissett's not their guy. Not, they didn't say it, but, like, by signing Rivers.
They kind of said it.
Kyle's the Colts insider. He was hiding in their laundry basket.
he still is.
Live.
No, Mass,
Live from the jock strip.
Mass,
It's me.
Mass, keep the 49ers in blue. I like it. It's different.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
Kansas City. Grant Delpit.
No.
Why not?
That's not all I can say.
What?
Hey, was there a running back that went in the first round?
No.
All right, then they're going to pick J.K. Dobbins.
Not a terrible pick.
You think they would pick Dobbins over Swift?
Well, I mean, I don't care. They're going to pick a running back.
I go DeAndre Swift.
I go with
I could see it being this Madubuki guy.
Oh, no.
You can just flip the page. You don't need to go back to it.
I think it's going to be Jonathan. I would pick Jonathan Taylor.
All right, so we agree it's a running back.
I do not agree.
What do you think?
I think it's something defensive.
Who?
Almost anything defensive. I'm being like this Justin. How'd you say his name there, Kyle?
Matabuki.
Yeah.
They don't need a defensive tackle.
The Chiefs got ran on pretty hard.
And I think that'll continue to be the trend, but they'll just score more points.
I think that they're gonna keep it rolling with the running. What's it? Robinson.
What about Jalen Johnson? Or Julian Okwara?
Linebacker.
I think he translates more to an edge, but yes.
Edge linebacker, same fucking thing.
Yeah, it is.
What about Grant's outfit though?
So
There's also Zach Bond.
Oh, they do like their white guys.
And I was looking at Delta, but I mean, only run two safety because they still got Tyrann Mathieu. Who's the other safety there?
Sorensen.
And Sorensen's pretty good.
Yeah, I think they take a fullback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all on the fullback.
I could see Zach Vaughn. I just think it's something for that defense.
The pick is in.
Kendall?
Hold on.
I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be a running back.
All right, so Kendall's wrong. Kyle?
I think it's DeAndre Swift.
Ass?
I don't think that if it's a running back, I don't think it's DeAndre Swift. I think that they'll go with Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, it looks
Fumbles
like
too
Mark
much.
was right with Zach Bond.
All right, we have a 4-way tie.
Don't ask Rebecca. No.
All right. What are their first names?
The guy's name is Zach Bond.
So Zach Bond, DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor, and Kendall. Did you pick a running back?
I just going with
He
whatever.
picked Zach Bond.
You picked J.K. Dobbins.
That was my original.
All right.
All right, really quick analysis here. J.K. Dobbins sounds like Harry Potter, but I like how DeAndre Swift sounds. So I like that guy, DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift. All right.
Is that a
Sorry,
girl,
Mark.
Rebecca?
Just so you know, you sided with Kyle.
Well, I'm not really paying attention. I'm just going by what I hear.
Isn't it amazing that she won't just to say that, Kyle said a good pick. She'll find a reason to oh, well, I didn't know it was Kyle's
No,
pick.
that's not true. I don't know who anyone is picking except for
Pretty much
Mark.
just like fuck me in the end.
That's what
I
I'm
know.
saying. Are we rolling on or are we taking a break right here?
Keep going. We don't need
Yeah,
to take
we'll
a
see you
break.
guys in 10 minutes.
All right.
In 10 minutes.
What was the verdict? Are we taking a break or keep going?
We're taking a quick 2-minute break.
All right, quick 2-minute break. Whoever's controlling, you mute the mics. We'll be back in 3 minutes
We'll probably be back in about 10-15.
for the second round. Here we go.
And now, back to Getting Sports with Drunk on the PPRN Radio Network.
And we are back here on Spreaker and PPRN, hour 3 of GSWD, and the crew is still all here.
Yep.
That enthusiasm is still pumping wild.
Yeah.
We're continuing on our draft, moving on to the second round, where it looks like the Bengals have the pick. Is that correct? Yeah. And the San Francisco 49ers are in blue, just how I wanted.
Well, fucking Mass isn't here.
Yeah, well, that's all right. He'll be back soon. In the interim, you guys still working on the drinks you got? Have you guys moved on at all?
I'm on the second Budweiser.
On the
Oh,
second Goose Island.
been home for 2 hours, only in your second beer each. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
Well, we're not fucking fish.
Nope, no problem there. I am a human. Well, I've moved on. I've had 2 of these. These are a few of my favorite things, and I've now moved on to some Bud Light oranges, which I have.
Your life is terrible.
So I have a great surplus of them.
Rolling down the street, smoking endo, smoking down gin and juice.
Not just sipping on, smicking on them.
I can't sing the whole word. It's copyright.
You're right. He's absolutely right. Well, we hope you guys are enjoying thus far. This is the first time I think ever we've delved into a second round of any draft.
Yeah, Wednesday we're gonna do live all 7 rounds.
It was funny. I sent a quick video to our group chat today that received 0 response, but I found when Kyle and I were watching the NBA draft, I guess it was 2 years ago, and we were in my basement, and he was really stoked about what the Sixers were going to do, and then they did something that he didn't want them to do whatsoever.
Yeah, they got Michael Bridges and they fucking traded him for J.R. Smith. Fucking waste of a fucking pick that was. Why? Because he just fucking got hurt like they always do.
The NBA draft is the most. It's like, we talk about it all the time that after the first round, it's like, well, then if these guys play, then it's a miracle because it's like it makes you it almost begs the question, why even have a second round?
Yeah.
Well, second round you can find some gems or
right, and I don't disagree, but I just feel like it's so few and far in between that it's like, well, why even bother? Why not just have your first round draft and then anyone can sign anywhere, and then hey, good luck to you if you make the team, if you succeed in the G League, great. I don't know. It just seems like an extra hour and 20 minutes of television for the sake of having an extra hour and 20 minutes of television. How is
it that every time we said we come back in 2 minutes, Mass has to leave?
I don't know. And I couldn't really see the video because his thing didn't show up. Oh, he's back now, so we're good. But
where is he?
He's right here. He's just got back. He's good. We're right on time.
Quick tub. Had to take a quick tub.
Quick
you
tub.
Know about me in those tubs.
Loves his tub. The Mass actually does a pretty good Woman from Popeyes commercial. I don't know if he's willing to do it, but pretty good.
Not right now.
One of the best impressions I've ever heard.
Come on, what do you got for us?
He's good.
Maybe when we get back to the studio.
Oh, come on. I can't just have that teed up.
No, my voice is not good for it right now.
All right, we'll hold off. But I promise you, it is that good. And the thing is, that's the only person I've ever heard do that impression, so that makes it even better. All right. We ready to move on to the second round?
Yep.
All right. Get it going.
All right. On the board, Cincinnati Bengals take in Joe Burrow again.
Is that allowed?
I don't know. I was doing your bit again.
Thanks, you hack.
I think they got to go defense on this side, right?
I mean, that team's trash.
They could literally do anything right now.
I don't think they need a safety.
What do you guys think about Nitan Muti?
Yeah, I think that's great.
No.
I mean, hey, listen, anything to get him to turn your page, I'm in for.
I can see him going Zach Vaughn. They need an impactful linebacker.
Are you going?
I say Zach Vaughn.
I see the Bengals going defense here just for the sake of going defense. So whoever that may be.
They signed all the fucking corners from the Vikings.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who thinks that they might go receiver to at least give him something to throw?
I was just looking at the same thing there, Mass.
But they brought back AJ Green.
Whoa, so
who's 45 years old and hasn't played in a year.
They have Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, he's good.
They have John Ross.
He's not that good.
He's worse Tavon Austin.
I don't know if he's worse than Tavon Austin.
He's worse than Tavon Austin.
He's on par.
I have Auden Tate, who came on pretty strong for him.
Who?
Auden Tate.
He was pretty good.
But I don't think they need a necessity at receiver. At least not this round.
What about Austin Jackson?
I was looking at that too. I think
but help Burrow, help Mixon.
They got that guy back towards ACL last year. The rookie, got his name.
Right.
Jonah Williams.
But they still need help on the other side of the line. I would stir up your
So
tackle.
you're gonna shit on me for taking Austin Jackson at 29. You're gonna take him 33?
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense, you dickhead.
I can't wait till we can get Kyle and Mass in like a Jello fight.
Oh, what?
Because you guys just Kyle loves to just have these little duke outs with you. So we're just gonna put you in a Jello pit and let him slap your belly.
Oh.
All right. I mean, they can go offensive line,
God, I made myself laugh.
but I don't know. I see them going defense.
I mean, I don't hate this the linebacker pick, but again, you get Jackson, you don't pick offensive line again for
The next round.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also don't pick a linebacker to the next round either.
Listen, this team isn't getting better overnight. So no matter what you do here, it's not going to help the team.
We're just helping him get to 5'11". I mean, that's what's going to happen.
They're not even going to get that far.
What do you guys want to do?
I say Austin Jackson.
Massey? My pick is Zach Vaughn.
Austin Jackson, because it gives you the better ability to keep Burrow healthy.
Okay. Kendall?
I was thinking defense, but I have no one in mind. So I'll go the Jackson route.
Okay. Fucking bullshit.
Hey,
All right.
I wanted to go Matabuki, but everyone bailed at the last minute.
49ers.
Justin Bukaki.
No.
Massey.
Oh, hey, Massey's girlfriend.
Hi, Ashley.
Hola. She doesn't even know who I am.
Yes, she does, Kyle.
Yeah, your
I
name
am
is
a
Herman.
ghost.
Herman Souls.
So again, I say Justin Bouquet.
I agree.
To the Niners.
They don't need another defensive tackle.
No, but they needed a name like that.
They're a team that got run on.
Yeah, they got to go receiver here.
Didn't they already take a? Didn't we already have them take a receiver?
No, we had him taking the defensive tackle.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we had him taking Kinlaw.
Oh.
I'll do it for you.
So they're going to take Jalen Rager here.
No.
Then it's gonna be Chenault.
I thought he went to the Packers. Or did we
no.
go T. Higgins?
It was my man T. Higgins.
All right. I think it's Denzel Mims.
Mims.
Yeah, I do too, unfortunately.
Yeah. Let's make Massey mad.
Mims it is.
Lovesica. Oh, whoa! Let Kendall get a vote.
I'm going to Denzel Mims.
Listen, you rat. I already had him type it. You could have made him delete it.
I should have been deleted to make him type it again.
Lions.
Very happy.
All right, the Dolphins are going to trade up with the Lions.
Again.
Hey, Mock. Say the
What?
guy's name again.
Oh, we talking Justin Bukak?
That's who I think it is. I think they go defensive tackle.
I guess I don't hate that.
Wait, isn't this the Dolphins pick?
No.
No, I was joking.
Lions pick.
No, but what did we say they traded to move up in the first round?
They didn't move up. They moved back.
Yes, Kyle, but the team that traded up to their spot,
The Chargers.
did the Chargers? Oh, sorry, did the Chargers trade their second round pick?
Yes.
I thought. So this should be the Chargers pick.
No.
This is what it's supposed to look like, Mark.
The Lions traded back, so they don't lose their second round spot.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Eat my left ball sack.
I'd prefer the left middle. I think it's Bukaki.
Justin Matabuki.
Yeah, it works for me. I'm tired of saying his name. Get him off the board.
There's Terrell Lewis, too.
Yeah, but I think he's going to fall in the second round. Why? Because he's an asshole.
Heard it here first, folks. Kyle's Medeman person doesn't care for him.
Yeah, why are you putting that in the Giants spot? All right, I guess the Giants are taking Justin Matabuki.
Hold on.
Control V.
No, not even.
Giants.
Zach Bond.
I do not think that.
I think it's either him or Delpit.
That's who I think it is. They need a safety. And he was supposed to be really good.
But he's not going to be.
Because you just went and forgot how to tackle.
Kendall, your vote?
I can agree with Delpit. Bolster that secondary a little bit.
Lions.
No, I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get either of my Giants picks in. Bastards.
We got a better draft for you.
I don't agree.
You need another linebacker.
Kyle, yes, they do.
You got another white linebacker. You got two of them.
I want all of them.
I think to go receiver.
Well, what do you think about Natan Muti?
Huh?
I think you need to stop saying the goddamn name.
Well, we need to draft him.
Well, offensive lineman are there. I can't see my board.
Natan Muti.
I think Leveska Chenault.
You're going to ask me about offensive linemen, and then you're going to say a receiver's name? You bitch.
There's 3 wide receivers that should go above him.
Who? Rager?
Yeah.
Pittman?
And Ayuk.
I forgot about Brandon Ayuk. He should have went to the Packers. Brandon Ayuk. Keep it in the division. I guess nobody else is getting the answer.
Well, I already staked my claim for Natan Muti.
Yeah, and I'm going with Ayuk.
Kendall?
Let's go receiver here.
Okay.
And Kendall's a bitch, so he'll go with receiver.
So, I don't know if you guys know this, but Muti can also play wide receiver.
Well, this changes everything.
Panthers.
At 6'3", 315 pounds. He's quite
nimble.
You guys think... So, we're all in agreement that the Carolina Panthers need to address their entire defense, right?
Zach Bond.
Yes.
No. Well, we already gave them Isaiah Simmons.
Who? Oh, that's right. The Giants didn't take him.
Jalen Johnson, cornerback, Utah.
Or Winfield.
Do they need a safety? Yeah. They got Trey Boston.
Yeah, but they got rid of Eric Reed.
Yeah. What's your point?
He was their starting safety.
Yeah, he sucked. I'm down for Antoine Winfield, but that takes away my Bears pick.
So
I'm okay with Winfield.
So we have the Panthers going defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Antoine Winfield Jr.?
Yes, I
Thanks
can
for
agree.
your contribution, Kendall.
Well, I mean, I was going to offer somebody who probably it doesn't matter. Winfield makes more sense.
Dolphins.
I think that the Dolphins are going to draft Natan Muti.
Wow, they've drafted Josh Jones, don't they?
Yeah, but you could pair them up, really euthanize. Oh, that's not the right word.
Yikes!
I was trying to make a verb out of the word youth, and that's where that went.
Youth is the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
So they can go line.
But Natane Muti is the pick.
They can go linebacker. They can go receiver. They can go running back.
Not safety?
They already haven't taken a safety.
I don't care.
This could be the Jonathan Taylor pick. It could. Did we already? It could be Chenault.
Could be Zach Vaughn.
Could be Zach Vaughn.
I think they're pretty decent at corner. They paid a lot of good money towards that position.
Yeah, they did. Like a whole bunch.
I'm gonna go Zach Vaughn.
Listen, he's come up a lot. I think that's kind of representative of popularity. I think they take him.
Have a laugh about the euthanasia thing.
I'm gonna go ahead, John Taylor.
Is this for the Dolphins?
Yes. No. And Kyle, I think that you're gonna get on board with the Jonathan Taylor pick because one of the sons on Home Improvement was Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah,
I feel like you really like that guy.
Yeah, I thought about that earlier.
That's like the ultimate reach of all time.
But when we had the discussion earlier, I thought that's where Rebecca was gonna go with it.
I mean, that would make sense. Like basically every time that would be the
Zach Vaughn personally.
I agree with Zach Vaughn.
That's my pick as well.
Yeah, Zach Vaughn.
All right.
Either or Kyle give us that Tim the Toolman Taylor grunt. I'm looking for the one from the intro song.
Yeah.
That was so good. So dumb.
New team, Texans.
Hey, as you guys ponder this, Kyle, what is the odds that Last Man Standing played in your house like within the last 2 hours?
Very high. My dad loves that show.
Your dad is on that show.
Repeat. All right, so
Terrell Lewis.
I guess there's no explanation for me, huh? I guess I can't put an explanation. So the Texans don't need a running back.
Well,
No.
They're not going to.
who's going to run the ball when David Johnson's hurt in week 1?
Carlos Hyde and who the hell else was it that they picked up
I
from?
thought Carlos Hyde left.
Did he?
Well, they have Duke Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're set.
Carlos Hyde is a football running back who is currently a free agent.
He'll
I
sign
think
back.
he was good at Ohio State.
But I think that they will address running back later. Because they traded their other pick for Brandon Cooks. Receiver, I don't think they're going to go after because they got Brandon Cooks.
Texans go corner here.
They can go Jalen Johnson.
That's my pick.
I think safety with Kyle Duggar.
I think that they grab an edge presence with Terrell Lewis.
All right, so we're in agreement.
Tie.
All right,
And the
so
winner is
Lloyd
Neville
Cushenberry.
Gallimore.
Wait, I thought it was a tie.
It is.
Oh man, pooped all over that joke.
You and Kendall agreed, so it's not a tie.
Oh, Jalen Johnson. I didn't know Kendall agreed with me. Good job, Ken.
Thank you.
Cleveland.
They can go Terrell Lewis.
Listen, if there's one pick that has to go this way, the Cleveland Browns are taking a guy named after them. They're taking O-line here. They're taking Ezra Cleveland. They have
But
to.
they already drafted an offensive line.
Yeah, but they have to. This guy has their name in it. They're gonna do
They
it.
do like him. They do like him a lot. You know who the starting left tackle is, Kendall?
Off the top of my head, no.
Greg Robinson.
It's Chris Hubbard.
Is it?
Yeah, he was bad for the Steelers.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they can double down on offensive linemen. But I think it's unlikely.
I'm going Kyle Duggar, safety.
I'm going with Terrell Lewis. Massey.
I'm going with Ezra Cleveland.
Ooh, the Mass is getting on board.
We have 2 Ezra Cleveland. They win.
And Kyle, you'll especially like this because he played in Boise State, the school that we almost didn't get into.
That's right.
Because we never applied and just talked about it.
Hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but like I filled out a bunch of half college applications.
Anywhere
Yeah,
cool?
me too.
Didn't quite finish any of them.
I applied to one school and was lucky to get in.
Yep.
DeVry University.
Listen, they didn't let me in.
Jaguars.
Jonathan Taylor.
So they got who? Gross Matos, and they got Derek Brown.
I agree with Mark. I think they go running back. And is Taylor best available?
Yes.
You think they go running back?
I do.
I think they're gonna trade Fournette.
I've seen that a lot as of late. I think they're trying to do something funny.
We're not trying to do something funny. Fournette sucks.
Fournette's going to Buffalo.
God, he would be so good there.
No, he wouldn't. He's not good anywhere. He's not a good running back.
He's got a cool beard.
Well, that's not true. He is very good.
Okay, he's a good running back when he's on the field and he has good blocking and he doesn't suck.
Leonard Fournette is exactly how Jeff Martin makes himself in sports video games.
I also like Massey's perfect Kyle Souls impression there. Yeah, he's good with good, and when he doesn't suck.
I learned for the worst.
You think it's Jonathan Taylor?
I do.
Taylor or Dobbins, I think they go running back all the way. Or if there's another player that we're missing.
Just imagine Kendall in any team's war room for the draft. Listen, guys, if you is there another player?
Yeah, I don't like any of these guys.
They could go Jeremy Chin.
No, that's Seattle. Don't blow this for me.
They can go receiver.
LaVishka.
Come on, they got 2 guys that Mock wouldn't trade me in fantasy last year.
They have one guy that I wouldn't trade you.
No, there was another guy that you ended up picking up.
On the Jaguars?
Yeah.
Well, they can go Terrell Lewis because they're trying to trade fucking Ngakwe, or Ngakwe wants out of there.
They can't go Terrell Lewis. Can they? Oh, yeah, we didn't draft him.
Well, no, because they signed us. They got Gross Matos.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll double down. You guys hear that? Like Ngakwe was like, "I'll play for 31 other teams."
I heard that.
Yeah, and then he tried to call up the son of the owner, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been trying to trade you, but you're too much of an ass for me to do it."
Well, Neville Galvin, no, I gotta have to tackle him.
I think the pick is Jonathan Taylor.
Get him off the board.
Oh, you know who they could pick? Natane Muti out of Fresno State.
For a team that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, they could go Jalen Hurts.
I really think that the pick is going to be Muti here.
They can go Moody. They can go offensive line. You like offensive lineman, Mass?
I don't know what I like for the Bears.
Well, it's not the Bears, so
We're still talking Jaguars.
Did we just say Jonathan Taylor?
I did not agree, and neither did you.
Well, regardless of the fact it was 2 against whatever, and
There's 4 of us.
I probably wasn't going to agree with you, probably. So,
Okay, I guess Jaguars are going to Jonathan Taylor.
all right, Natane Muti, I mean,
Getting lazy with these fucking
who do
positions.
they have on that line?
I didn't know we went to the Bears. I think the Bears are going secondary.
You know, Natane Muti can play safety.
You know, I think they can go Duger, and I think they can go the guy from Auburn.
Oh, you talking? Oh no.
Noah Igben. I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah, that guy.
Well, it's funny. I was looking at my list just for Auburn, and the first guy came up. I was going to say his name, but he's an offensive tackle.
Noah Igbogani, I think.
No, my guy is Prince Tega Waganaho.
I think they go one of those two guys. I mean, I think they go the guy from Auburn.
Which one?
The corner.
Inman Nohe. Something like that.
All right, I think we got the first one that's not on my list. Or he didn't go to Auburn.
He went to Auburn.
He's a safety that went to Auburn.
Corner that went to Auburn, you dick. I think that's the guy. Or they could go Kyle Duger. They can use the safeties because they lost fucking Quentin Diggs.
If you're going to go safety, you're going to go Chin. Because he's
Why would they go Chin?
I would take Duger.
Because you like the name?
No, I think Duger is a better safety. I think he's a hard hitter, so he can let Eddie Jackson do the whole do whatever the fuck he wants thing. He can go for the big hit.
I can agree with that.
I hate your Noah Igabuni pick.
Well, it only makes sense because they're getting rid of Mukamura.
I didn't know that guy was still playing.
So which one you guys want to go with?
I say Kyle Duggar.
Kendall?
I like Noah Igabuni.
Kendall?
I'm going to go Duggar.
All right, Kyle Duggar.
Sorry, Paul.
Why are you saying sorry, Paul? He's a good safety. He's fucking climbing up the boards. And if there were freaking visits, he'd probably be in the first round or high second round.
Kyle Duggar went to Lenore Rhine, not S.
People love that guy. When I say people, I mean Gil Brandt.
All right, so we have the Colts.
Yeah.
Lloyd Cushenberry.
Refreshment, Colts, we had the Colts trading up, and who do they pick?
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love. Okay, thank you.
I think they go corner.
Jalen Rieger.
They can go him too. I go Jalen Rieger.
I could see
Kyle with a quick change of heart.
I could see offensive line mock.
Yeah, I'm really leaning towards Natane Muti.
Who said Cushenberry?
Mock did.
I did, but then I remembered I had to flip my paper to get to my man Muti.
Oh, I see. There's a lot of offensive guys on the board here that we passed over.
Like Nagane Muti.
Namely, Isaiah Wilson. But you're right, too.
I think the Colts go Jalen Rieger. They need a receiver.
Well, they have T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah.
And they have Chester Rogers.
In a bag of leaves.
They have Mr. Rogers.
Kyle, you bring up a compelling argument, but I'm really in the offensive line feel for them.
You just like his name.
Nagane Muti, please.
That's what I'm gonna agree with.
2 for Rieger, 2 for Moody.
Rebecca!
Rock, paper, scissors real quick.
What are the names again?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Man, stapler.
What are the names?
All right, Rebecca. We have Natane Muti
And Jalen
and Jalen Rieger.
Well, I will say that Mock has been saying the other person a lot, so I'm going to go with that one. The one that Mock said.
All right. Natane Muti, Mass. All right, there goes that page.
You could throw that right in the trash.
Well, I can't yet because I printed double-sided.
Ooh, bad move.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do it.
That's actually even more difficult to do. How did you do it?
This particular printer is just defaulted that way.
Bad default.
I think the Buccaneers go J.K. Dobbins.
I agree.
So we find that name here. All right.
Do you have any objections, Buck?
No.
I think the Broncos go Noah
All right, how about you settle down there, guy?
or Bryce Hall.
Ew, no.
Why? A lot of people like him.
I don't think he's better than a third or fourth round pick.
Just because he got hurt.
For the Broncos, I'm going Neville Gallimore.
I disagree. They got Jarrell Casey.
Yep, well, hey, pair him up.
I'm going with Noah.
Or I vote Shane Lemieux.
They can go guard. But I still think Noah.
Yeah, I agree.
They lost Chris Harris.
I'm not sure if this guy's on my list.
It's the same one you were looking for before.
Oh, then it's not.
Falcons. They could go Neville. No, they can go Neville Gallimore.
Yeah.
Gallimore.
Kendall?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Jets.
Offensive tackle Isaiah something.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Isaiah Wilson's still on the board?
Yep.
I say Solomon Kindley.
You could do that too, but
And is there any chance, just to throw it out there, that they double up on receiver?
no. Because they need an offensive line just as bad.
This is a deep draft for them to get receiver at too. It's not so much for the tackles.
I'm going Kindley. Kendall?
I have Jets going offensive line. So Isaiah Wilson.
That's what I have as well.
Now, you know Solomon Kindley's also an offensive lineman.
I don't care for your opinion.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
What do we got
Okay.
for linebackers?
No, they don't need one.
That doesn't mean anything.
Gordon Brooks.
Malik Harrison, please.
No.
I think they
That's
go
a
Clyde
bitch.
Edwards-Helaire.
You think they take the running back?
I do.
Kyle, for some reason, just all of a sudden hates James Conner.
I don't, but
You do.
they've come out and said they were going to upgrade the running back position. And he's a pass catching guy who could block.
You don't think they go Chenault? Juju needs help.
You're right. But Deontay Johnson did just fine. They got Ben back. James Washington's okay.
I think the Steelers do something that's very characteristic and something that only pays off 3 years from now. I think they go ahead and they get Curtis Weaver.
I don't think they do that. They're not going to go edge. They brought back Bud Dupree. If anything, they go defensive tackle.
Well, Kyle, I agree with you, and I was hoping actually that Neville Gallimore was going to fall, but
I think there's a guy in the third round that they're going to take that they want really bad.
I'm not going to get Dave on Hamilton.
No, Fatu.
Hey, Massey.
Ooh. What?
What do you think about Jalen Hurts here?
No.
Oh,
hold on.
I don't think I asked you.
Yeah,
They're not gonna-
hold on. Do I like Hurts better here, or do I like Eason better here?
I don't think they go quarterback in the second round. They have a couple of needs that are more important than the quarterback. They have been coming back.
Until he gets hurt.
Ruff was okay.
Who?
Rudolph.
Because I heard rough.
I heard rough too, and I thought that Kyle was saying Mason Rudolph was rough because he was trash.
I honestly think they go Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I have a very strong feeling.
Again, you're hiding in that laundry basket.
Would you like me to explain why?
No. Cole Kmet.
They're not going tight end. They got Eric Ebron.
Oh, well, they got Ebron. That's right.
Shane Lemieux.
They can go offensive line, but
if this was a first round pick, I was saying Malik Harrison, and I wasn't budging.
I honestly think they go either receiver or running back.
So when I said receiver, you told me no.
Yeah, because I do think that's their pick.
I don't know. I feel like, I feel like Pittsburgh is going to wait out, Ben's career to end, and then whoever their quarterback to, fill in that role, they'll build around that rather than have an established receiver or running back. You know what I mean? I think it's always kind of been quarterback first and then build the targets around him. I don't think it's ever been
That's
opposite.
what they're doing. He's not going to be a number one. They still have Connor. Benny Snell's not the pass catching type. Jalen Samuels kind of was fucking dick last year.
I don't know. I think Pittsburgh just loves to build depth. And we've had so much defensive depth for so long, especially in front seven. For the sake of moving on, Kyle, I agree with you.
They can go Michael Pittman. But
If you guys know the team better than I do, I'll go with Clyde Edwards.
I think it's Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Chenault.
Are you just saying names now?
No, that makes a lot of sense too. He's a big guy. But they like small receivers.
Except Lima Swede.
Yeah, he sucked.
Yep.
And I think they're going to use Eric Ebron more as a receiving tight end anyway.
Yeah, he'll drop some passes.
The Bears of Chicago are next.
The Bears of Chicago are indeed up next.
Laviska Shenault.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, take that, Mass.
I was going to say maybe like Shane Lemieux or Solomon Kennedy or Cushenberry, but
No, they need another weapon for Nick Foles. But fucking one of their receivers, Rahu.
They cut Taylor Gabriel.
Yeah. They all kind of suck besides Allen Robinson.
All right.
Cowboys.
Solomon Kinley.
I think they go line, so I can go with Kinley. I'm cool with that.
Or Cushenberry, if he's a center.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. So I can agree with Cushenberry. I think they go line no matter what.
I'm on a total opposite side.
Yeah, I think that they stay on defense.
I think they have to. They lost all. I think they can go.
You want to be in the middle, like kicker or punter?
Marlon Davidson is still there, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think they need to address secondary. They lost all of them.
Didn't we give them a cornerback in the first round?
No, we gave him chasing.
Oh, that's right.
They can go Chin.
Arnett is still there.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Go Arnett. Should have gave him to the Bears.
Damon Arnett. Anybody disagree?
What about Bryce Hall or Gladney?
Oh, God. Gladney's still there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, that's... Yeah.
Well, listen, that's fine. Keep him. Because Gladney could have like an unsavory tweet that they discover on draft night because they love to do that stuff. I'm convinced, like teams they picked this stuff up 2 years ago and they just wait until draft day.
Which player is going to get suspended?
Probably Tyler Blade Saddles. He just sounds like a guy who would.
Who?
It doesn't matter. I made him up.
All right, Mass. Who are the Rams picking?
Don't look at me.
I think they need running back, but they're not going to pick him here.
No, not in the second round.
They're going to pick Julian Aquara.
They can do that.
Notre Dame. Outside
I
linebacker.
agree with Kendall.
I don't hate the pick. I'm not in love with the pick, but I don't hate the pick.
It fills the need.
Jalen Rager.
Didn't
I
he
disagree.
go?
No, I disagree for 5 reasons.
He thought of the...
Is 4 of them that your quarterback's not that good?
Jared Goff's good.
That right there is why he's not. I hope you guys heard that. Mason Rudolph was all right, and Jared Goff is good.
So
He's proven it.
we have
Eagle.
Robert Woods, we have Cooper Kupp, we have Tyler Higbee, we have Gerald Everett, and we have Josh Reynolds.
There's really only one name there that's scary.
Which one is it?
Tim
And-
Tebow.
Cooper Kupp.
No.
Robert Woods is pretty good.
I
He
But
is
first of all-
extremely average.
I fucking love Cooper Kupp. I would rather have Prime Woods than Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, but you don't have Prime Woods.
I mean, we kind of did for our first 3 years. I think he's in the downturn now, but
He fucking hurt his ankle.
But again, you're looking at a team now. I think Cooper Kupp is your
we're
best
keeping
receiver, and
both
it's
of
not
them
even
no matter
close.
what. Yeah, we're keeping both no matter what. There's no question. Cooper Kupp's going to get a nice chunky payday.
Yeah. Sick. Run the Eagles, right?
Yep.
They need a linebacker.
Malik Harrison.
No, what they need is Jalen Rieger.
Did
We gave him Justin Jefferson.
Who do they have at receiver?
Alshon Jeffrey.
What the fucking do, Kyle?
They're not going to double down on receiver.
They should.
There's other needs. Like, they need a corner because they get torched all the time.
And you know what? You know what might help them not get torched all the time? Having the offense stay on the fucking field.
They can go offensive line because fucking Jason Peters is gone.
Listen, whoever they're going to pick is just going to be hurt the entire time, so it doesn't really matter.
They can go Shane Lemieux.
No, I think that they need to go Rieger.
They're not going double receiver.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't think they double up on receiver.
Why wouldn't they, though?
God, they don't want to, Max.
Because you still have Alshon Jeffrey, you still have Zach Ertz. We just drafted him a wide receiver.
Okay,
They
Alshon
have other
Jeffrey
needs.
hasn't done shit for them. He's been injured constantly. He's not good anymore.
I'm
So,
forgetting somebody.
So all right, so let's go ahead.
Oh,
and-
they have a guy coming back named Deshaun Jackson. And they drafted J.J. Arcega-Whiteside last year.
who did nothing for them.
Last year, I said. He didn't get a lot of playing time.
Yes, Kyle, he did. He had the
Yeah.
opportunity to earn it.
But they have Deshaun coming back. They have Alshon Jeffrey coming back. So that's 4 receivers already. 5 if you count in Greg Ward. They're not going receiver.
Fine, draft a corner.
I didn't say we were going corner. I just go linebacker.
I think we gotta go. Let's go linebacker.
All right.
Terrell Lewis.
Yeah, they can go that. They can go. What's his first name? Guy from Oregon.
Troy Dye.
Yeah, that guy.
So Malik Harrison is not a guy they're gonna focus on.
They can go Malik Harris. Is he a middle linebacker kind of?
Well, inside, so yeah, it's
he's-
essentially the
he's
same.
They can go Malik Harrison.
He's more flexible than Dye is.
All right, I go Harrison.
I'm in.
Buffalo Bills.
Solomon Kinley.
Jalen Rieger.
They don't need a receiver either.
I'm not for Solomon McKinley.
They got Cole Beasley, Stephon Diggs,
Done.
John Brown.
John Brown is a joke, and you know that.
Dude, the guy
John Brown was
last year.
funny last year. John Brown was very good last year.
Okay, one good year does not
He's
a
had
good receiver
multiple.
make.
But he's not the number 1 this year now.
I think they just traded for, like Kyle said, Stephon Diggs.
I mean, they have 2 outside and they have a fucking slot receiver. They gotta go defense, in my opinion.
I think it's either defense or offensive line.
I'm offensive line all the way. I'm with Mark Kinley.
Marlon Davidson is still there, so is Terrell Lewis.
They signed so many defensive ends. I mean, not good ones. They all came from the Panthers, but
Right.
they have them. I can go Solomon Kinley. Fucking try to make Josh Allen not fucking hurdle anybody. The guy needs to like calm down before he like breaks a hit. Fuck. Button. Baltimore Ravens. Now we can go Jalen Reagor.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gotta get up. I can't see my board anymore.
Is he from TCU?
Yes, he is. Is this the Dolphins again?
Yep.
I can see them trading back, but I don't want to fucking make any trades right now.
Cushenberry.
Literally, you could say any name, and they probably need it.
Who's the best player available?
Right now,
Do we give him a receiver?
there's no good receivers left to take right now.
You know, they could take Michael Pittman.
No, not right now.
Ah, dude, he's good. And they could go Cushenberry, I guess.
Terrell Lewis is available.
What about KJ Hamler, Kyle?
He's a Penn State guy. I like him.
Fits the bill.
Marlon Davidson is still available. Cole Kemet is still available. Jeremy Chin is still available.
They're not gonna take tight end. They got Galecki, the fucking man.
Kendall, what do you think about Cushionberry?
Josh
Yeah, I mean,
Uchi's
he's sat forever now.
We can go Josh Uchi, or Terrell Lewis.
Josh Uchi or Terrell Lewis, one of the two of them.
I'd go Terrell Lewis. They gotta pick an Alabama guy at some point.
Kendall, it sounds like we're being ignored here.
Yeah,
hear you.
the second round doesn't matter for us. We're just here to, make contrary names. That's why I didn't even say Cameron Dantzler, because why would I even bother?
It's a good name.
So, Massey, your vote?
I voted for Terrell Lewis.
Kyle, your vote?
Terrell Lewis.
Kendall, your vote?
I'm with Cushionberry.
I'm with Cushionberry.
Rebecca.
I like the name Cushionberry because it sounds like
Like a fruit?
No, yes, the Starburst.
That's your fucking reasoning?
We would have accepted Willy Wonka.
I mean, Lloyd Cushionberry could have went here.
Done. Moving on.
I say Shane Lemieux.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we give Cushionberry to the Rams, please?
No.
That's what I
We're-
wanted.
We're drafting the Rams right now, right?
Yeah. We gave them who? We gave them.
They got Julian Walker or
Yeah, I got you. Shane Lemieux's good. They need it off the top. They can go fucking kicker too, because
Not in the second round.
why?
Why not?
They got money with fucking Janikowski with the Raiders.
Yeah, and then you saw what happened with the fucking Raiders. Or with
They were
Bucks.
bad, but he was good.
Aguayo?
No, that's the Buccaneers, my guy.
Right, that's what I meant to say. Aguayo.
Vikings, give him Michael Pittman. They need a fucking receiver.
But they don't.
They do. Name the other guy. Name
Listen,
the other guy.
I'm not saying I can. What I'm saying is, I think they would address other things.
They addressed it.
Mark, let's hear your pick.
I was gonna say Terrell Lewis.
It's not a bad fit.
Do they have another second round pick? No. They're gonna lose out on a receiver in the third round. Whatever. If you want to go Lewis, go Lewis.
This is a team that's been being carried by their defense for years. I think they're gonna try and keep that tradition.
They're not gonna
rolling.
do it all rookies.
I'm not gonna listen, Kyle. I don't need your sarcastic attitude now.
Kirk Cousins got to throw it to somebody that's not being double teamed. Right now, Adam Thielen's the only guy that they have to worry about.
Baltimore Ravens.
Give them a kicker.
Why did we skip the Seahawks?
We didn't. We already made their pick last round. It's Jeremy Chin.
They're taking Jeremy Chin. First or second round, he's theirs.
They got who? Rager and who else?
That's it.
They got somebody else.
Seahawks
Cesar Ruiz.
got Christian Fulton, and that's it.
No, that's not what I said. I think they need to go defensive
Mark,
tackle.
are you okay with Jeremy Chin?
Yeah.
What about Marlon Davidson?
Yeah, actually, I agree with that.
They traded Wormley. They got rid of They didn't end up signing Brockers.
Yeah, and they'll. Yeah, I mean.
What about Jim Lynch?
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
It's James Lynch.
I like Marlon Davidson there.
Yeah, and that's not a reach too. That's good value.
Or
Thank
Khalil Davis.
We're going with what's his name?
What?
You guys like Davidson?
I do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Tennessee. Well,
Prince Tigo Waganaho.
Well, Cole Kmet.
Are you guys at all on board with the Titans picking quarterback?
No,
No, not at all.
they gave him a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For him to
Well, Cole Kmet.
for him to possibly not succeed.
Correct. They're gonna at least give it 2 years.
Yeah, but I mean, are you willing to give it 2 years if the guy you signed for a big contract goes 2-14?
Dude, they signed him for a lot of money. They gotta ride with him.
I don't know.
Well, you know what though, Kyle? That's not exactly true.
You're right. But
I.e., Todd Gurley.
I'm just saying, like, what if he pulls a Nick Foles and gets hurt in week 1 and is out for 10 weeks, and then it's like, he comes back next year and then he goes and
trade
wins.
for Gardner Minshew. Done. The end.
He goes the following season, wins another 2 games. It's like, hey, we
I
spent $1
do
million.
think they address the quarterback position. I mean, I guess they can, but I think they have bigger needs than that. Like, they got to replace Delaney Walker. They got to get another corner to replace Logan Ryan.
They could use some edge presence.
They signed Vic Beasley, but who the fuck cares?
Exactly.
I go Prince Tigo Wanagoho.
They can go him too. Replace Jack Conklin.
I will concede to that.
My pick is Cole Kmet.
Kendall, what's your vote? And it's mostly because I want to hear you say Prince Tigo Wanagoho.
It's because his name is Prince Wanago.
It's funny because, and I don't know if it's because, Kyle and I are looking at the same information, but Cole Kmet came up as a tight end for Tennessee to pick. But I didn't agree with the pick because I felt that backup quarterback or quarterback of the future was a need because, who knows how long they're going to get at Tannehill. But when that was kind of out of my head to pick a quarterback, I was just going to go with anything.
What?
I don't know. I don't feel a tight end being picked here. Just my feeling. So, Mark, I'll go with Ngakoue and Mbembe.
He said 2 names together.
Prince Tigo Wanagoho.
Exactly what I said, you idiots.
Come on, Kendall.
Nope. You're gonna
Nah,
write down.
it's
You're gonna write down what I said. We're so close, guys.
Come on, man.
Cole Kmet.
Rebecca. got a
Mount
feeling that you're not siding with me.
Wanahakalugi.
You are so terrible.
Now, I'd be willing to bet money that she was waiting for the tie on that one.
I was.
Like, we're gonna lose out on points because of this.
Yep.
Oh.
I don't think you guys realize we got none of these right. So what does it matter?
I forgot we were scoring this.
Green Bay Packers.
Cole Kmet. Or Troy Dye. Your guys' fucking choice.
I agree with Cole Kmet.
What did we give the Packers last time?
Receiver.
So we're probably going to want to give them another receiver.
So Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet's tight end.
They got rid of James Graham.
Thank
So
you
what
for
about
saying that,
Hunter
Kyle.
Bryant?
Hunter Bryant is fucking terrible.
He's higher ranked on my sheet here. So I'm going to have to disagree with you.
I think it's Troy Dye or Cole Kmet. And I say Detroit I because they lost Blake Martinez and Tyler Flacco.
Yeah, they did.
Fuck Blake Martinez.
I don't care if you hate him, but they need to replace him.
I'm with Cole Kmet.
It's 3-1.
No, I'm in.
Next up.
The Chiefs are going to select Jake from Georgia.
Jake Fromm.
Stay from?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that for a while.
Man, I don't fucking know.
Well, who do we haven't taken on? Defensive player? No, we haven't taken an offensive player. Bryce Hall.
Chiefs?
You need a fucking corner.
Yeah.
Take Bryce Hall.
You want Bryce Hall over Damon Arnett?
You already picked him.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
We were
going to pick.
Okay, well, you should have reminded me, Matt.
I just did, you asshole.
All right, then go fucking Damon Arnett. Then Bryce Hall can go to the fucking Seahawks. No, he can't.
But John Simpson can.
You know, this should have been the chin pick.
No, Seahawks grabbed him in 28. We're good. Everything's good in the world.
For the Seahawks, I'm going Hakeem Adeniji.
Who?
Hakeem Adeniji.
What position does he play?
He is an offensive tackle from Kansas.
Oh, I'm okay with that. That's something they would do.
I've never even heard of this guy.
Yeah, he's been jumping up people's boards too. I saw him going to the Steelers in the 3rd round, though. But fuck it. They might take a running back here.
They're not drafting another running back. They already have 45 of them.
Yeah, but one of them tore his ACL.
Yeah, but they're going to find somebody.
They might bring Marshawn Lynch back.
Right. I mean, who thought that would ever happen? Except all of us.
Are we gonna take Hakeem over Jack Driscoll?
Who?
Okay, fine. I don't care.
I'm asking who it is.
He's a tackle from Auburn.
That's fine. I can go with him too. Pick a tackle.
John Simpson passed him up.
I liked the name that I said. Hakeem Adeniji.
Alright, so brief thing. So the way that we're going to score this is if you get the pick right in the right spot, it's 3, I think, or 2. If it's the right team, it's 1, and if it's the right spot, it's 1. And if position, it's 1. And Paul came up with the scoring. I'll ask him later.
Okay.
All right.
That's 2 rounds in the book.
All right,
but you're a
3 and 4. Let's go.
All right, 3rd round. Los Angeles Rams pick Zach Moss, running back, Utah.
Oh, you just want Zach Moss, you son of a bitch.
Yes, I do.
We don't need a fucking running back.
Not in the 2nd round, we don't.
You guys pretty much just need one.
I'm fine with Henderson and Brown.
Yeah, because they did a whole lot.
You shouldn't be.
But I took a running back, and I have Connor and Snell. They're just as equal in value, or better.
Kyle, you ever going to explain to us your newfound hatred of James Conner?
I don't hate him. He just can't stand the fucking field.
You hate him.
I love him. I want him to be good. But he can't stay healthy.
Massey, what are you playing right now?
Fucking Fortnite.
What is it?
Animal Crossing.
I see it in the reflection behind you.
Yeah.
I'm urinating quick.
Oh, cool. Yeah, great.
Yep.
But
beer reviews?
Hey, wait a second.
Rebecca, don't you start.
Like, I hope one day we're late because of you, and we're just gonna shit all over you.
And if we're late because of me, I will own up to it.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help that it took us 7 hours and Kendall couldn't say people's names right.
I don't think he did bad.
You don't think he did bad at anything, so. You could have sex with you for 12 seconds. You think it'd be the greatest thing in the world.
To be fair, sex with Kendall is pretty great.
Brecca, what is something that Kendall's bad at?
Closing drawers in the kitchen. He leaves them open all the time, and it really irks me.
God, that's like the one thing no one cares about.
Kyle. Kyle's so funny.
Well, but it's bad. What is something bad? Name something he's bad physically at.
Oral.
Like,
Probably not good at.
So sometimes when you go to open something that's really small, he can't do it because he just gets so frustrated.
So the same fucking thing as before. All right.
I was gonna go
That's
with the
not what I meant.
joke there, but
He's fucking 6'3". I could guess that he can't fit into little spaces.
You guys want to do beer reviews now?
Yeah, my beers are fucking whatever.
Kyle, what did you have? What did you have tonight?
I told you what I had.
Well, listen, this is a 3-hour show. We forget, and the listeners want to know too.
I threw them away.
I threw him away.
You had something from Goose Island.
Yeah, the first one, it was like villain something. It tasted kind of like Bud Light. I know it's not that, but tasted like it. So that one sucked.
Was it from the party pack that Paul provided?
Yeah. It was the brown can.
So that beer is more is like a garage ale. So yeah, it kind of has a more traditional Bud Light. I know what you're
Sorry,
saying.
I didn't understand your accent there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Garage, Grau. No, garage.
Garage?
I get it. I say that too.
And then I had the pink one. I don't know what it's called.
The SPF.
I've had that before. It wasn't my cup of tea.
Which one did you
But
like
that's all I
better?
got left, so I gotta deal with it.
All right. Mark, you want to give us a review on Budweiser again?
Well, the second one always tastes better than the first one.
I agree with that. All right, good enough. Mass, anything?
Massey's gonna sleep in that chair.
Mass, anything to report?
I had water. It's crisp and refreshing.
Very
Which
nice.
water did you have?
I started off with the Poland Springs and finished off with an Acadia.
Ooh, nice. Wow, some variety. I like it.
So he
Started off bougie, ended up slumming it.
Yeah, big time. I had from Shabin in Connecticut. These are a few of my favorite things. 5.7% alcohol by volume. Roughly $14 a 4-pack. I believe they're sold in. A amber color.
It's actually she, Ben.
Perhaps it is. I have no idea what it is. I've never heard from anyone what the correct thing is.
It's Sheevan.
Has a aroma and flavor profile very similar, citrusy, earthy, and floral. It's a New England IPA, but it's very typical. It's solid. It'd probably be much better on draft than it is in a can. 3 stars, maybe would get again, and I featured it in my One Stroke, One Par, One Beer show that aired actually earlier today. So if you didn't see it, check it
Go on
out.
Instagram, check it out.
Instagram, yes, on our Getting Sports with Drunk page. You can see all the great putting I do, and it's a lot of fun. So tune in.
You guys met my father tonight.
Twice.
The legendary Bob Souls.
Dude.
He should be on all the time.
If he did a mock draft, dude, he probably would fucking kill it.
He probably would. He'd probably kill a lot of the stuff we do because we're terrible at everything. But we are
If
funny.
you let Rebecca do the tiebreakers and she goes by name, not by
Listen.
reasonable talent.
Kyle, that's been the problem with all of our shows, that we let the wrong people decide all our things.
I know. I'll let you decide half of them.
That's not true. I mean, I'm usually on the deciding factor of nothing.
I know. I just wanted to be mean.
I know. Hey,
He's honest.
you guys want to talk about where they can find us, Mark?
Yes, be sure to find us on Facebook and Instagram at Getting Sports with Drunk. Twitter is GSWD.
_4.
Be sure to use that hashtag GSWD for everything you send at us. Post it, use it every day.
Make love to it.
You know, I tried to think of two things on the fly like Paul does, and I didn't.
How about to enjoying your 420? Or, picking a player that doesn't matter at any point or any position?
Subscribe on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify. We're live on Spreaker. Anywhere you find a podcast, we're there. Be sure to check out the Peter Pino Show Wednesday night from 7:30 to 10:30. Kendall, what do we got? The 4 Live Crew on Sundays?
4 Live Crew on Sundays. I don't know how long they go for. I think it's a 2-hour show now. And Joe Antonio's show, which is kind of whenever he does it, I guess.
I'd like to get on that schedule.
Whenever he does it.
So, would you guys want to do a show every day?
Oh, no.
So that's kind of his schedule.
Oh, he does them every day?
Just about.
Oh, wow.
I think I don't know for sure, but I think he goes on probably 3 or 4 times a week.
We should definitely do it twice a week.
Yeah.
Well, listen, maybe somewhere along the line we could do 2 shows a week. I think there's a lot of content that we can do to cover twice a week. It's just, getting a rack together.
Because I got high.
Well, I think that's a wrap for us tonight. Anybody else have anything to say?
Massey, send me that thing so I can score it.
Sure.
And send it to Mock so he can post it.
Sure.
Yes, Massey, I still need your other mock draft, by the way.
My other mock draft?
Yeah, the one I tried to get from everybody like 3 weeks ago. But until then,
who are you guys?
I'm Mark.
Gene Washable.
Ah, come on.
It's already happened. I'm Soulsy Washable.
I'm the Master Chris Massey.
And I am the Rat of a Red Baron.
Yeah.